special guest today.
The #1 produced podcast in Western Mass.
Welcome to the podcast. I was the kid wearing. Jeez, sorry. Why are we doing this? Lizard people. The best thing about our comedy scene in this area.
Bro, ain't nobody got intros like that. Ain't nobody got intros like that. This is Move the Mic Podcast.
Man, we're back.
I'm Dame T. This your motherfucking boy, Eric Williams.
God dang it, you already did the dang swear thing.
Who gives a flying motherfucker? You know who the
Stop
goddamn
it.
we
You're
have in this
doing-
motherfucking
doing-
room right now?
I gotta do work now.
Do you
Stop
know who is
doing
in this
this.
room right now?
Yeah, I know. I'm very
Let 'em
excited.
know.
We got him back in the studio finally. We lost this episode.
God damn it.
And it was probably one of the best ones we've ever done. But we have him back in the studio, guys. We have the very special, the great and powerful Jason Marby.
So
Yeah, I'm swearing.
Are we recording now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on, boys? How are we doing today?
Good, dude. Good
Can
to see you.
Hey, can we
Yeah.
just stop and watch that and make sure that it is capturing everything this time? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Everybody was like, seriously, man?
Seriously?
Come on with this energy.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a travesty that the last time we got together, somehow you guys said that the file got corrupted, which might actually be like a good thing. I know you're like a big conspiracy theory kind of guy. If
I think they were watching
If there was
us.
ever a video that needed to be deleted, it was that one.
I'm telling you,
For all of our
AI.
There is,
As-
there is so much my heart goes out to you.
Yeah, there was a lot of
Dude,
hearts going out. There were
As
lot
a
of
conspiracy guy, I believe AI does run and is tapped into everything, right? So I'm telling you, I know that they were saving
Those
you.
episdes
They
that-
were saving us.
That was Jesus saying we don't need that many videos of Jason Marby
new.
giving the Nazi salute. Who do you think he is, Phil Anselmo?
You were definitely zigging and zagging, I'll tell you that.
You guys were making it rain on me. I'm incorrigible.
Yeah, no, we were we were making a hail on you for
Yeah,
sure.
we
That
were
was-
equally as guilty in all of that, I think.
That was insane, yeah.
Yeah.
We got a little wild, but you know what? We had a good time.
Well,
We
I
had a
thought to
good
myself,
fucking time.
this is another chance to, make a great recording. So how do we up the game?
Mm.
So
Did you bring a gorilla? We're not fighting this fucking gorilla.
close. It's an N-word. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, shit.
No, we're not going to do that.
I'm not paying for that.
Yeah, if you make me laugh, I'm going to do it.
No,
If you
no,
make
I'm
me
not
laugh,
gonna
I'm
say
going to do it.
Listen, I promised
No, you know
my
what's
grandmother that I wouldn't say that.
What's crazy is you had the highest cash amount we've ever seen.
Yeah.
On
And,
any
there was
episode.
somebody recently.
Who was like, who?
Too bad there isn't
who
proof
had
of it,
the
guys.
most-
Too bad there isn't proof of it.
Yeah, who had
Well-
the best? Who had the most cash?
Yeah.
We were saying we were just like,
got quiet. We were like,
it's
check the
Marby.
door.
It's Marby. It's just
We were like,
they-
if you
'cause
can
they-
find it on
they
the
thought
door.
they won. They thought they won, but we're missing a couple thousand. Whoever f***ing took it.
Was it you, mother?
No,
No, I'm going to did you take
I don't think it was.
I
don't
didn't take
think
any.
it
No.
All right.
Nope.
Who
knows?
Somebody on that door stole our fake money.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, Amanda Cohen probably has some still in her bra that she doesn't know about. That's she was stuffing it in there.
She
that
tried
a
to
shoe
forget
joke?
about it. We stopped recording.
Oh, no.
We stopped recording, and he's like, "Can I get that back?" And she's like, "Oh, I thought you just liked me." He's like just staring at the money, just poking out of her.
She was embarrassed because she had it in the whole time and we didn't tell her. It was just like we thought she knew. We thought
Oh,
was
she
all-
knew.
Yeah.
She literally told us that she stole people's fake money.
That's true. That's true. No, she bought it.
No, she
all.
bought it. All right. Back to Marvy. What's up, brother?
What's going on, guys?
Dude,
Yeah.
so for those out there who don't know you, who are going to love to get to know you, start us off in your childhood. Where are you from? What'd you do growing up?
Okay, I'm a Berkshire County native. I was born and raised in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, which is about an hour from where we are right now.
Yep.
Graduated high school in '96. I was on my high school swim team. Loved the feeling of Speedos and chlorinated water. Tried to find a future in it, but bum leg kind of kept me out of the pools. In
It was the
Olympics.
bum leg?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't wash it. It smelled like a bum.
Oh, there you go. There you go. A bum leg. Gross.
Guys, Joey Button's over there like that one. Although he's drinking a natty, so I'm not sure his
We
taste
literally
is...
turned him. We did so much work so that nobody would pay attention to this motherfucker. 10 minutes in. 10 minutes in. I'm going to put a curtain up.
No, don't do it. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah, that's where the wizard laid.
I'm just going to get you an L-shaped
Are we not
curtain.
supposed to acknowledge him?
No,
It's a
okay.
joke.
It's okay.
Is he adopted?
Yes, he's a redheaded stepchild.
Can I hit him?
It's
the tip of my penis.
Ah, yeah.
All I can see is his chin, and it's like inviting.
Well, it's great because it's up to everyone else's imaginations. They can't see him either.
I wonder what his chin smells like.
They have seen him before, though. Joseph Michael, you can check his episodes out. But right now, we're here to talk about you, Jason Marby. So you grew up in Pittsfield. Were you in a Catholic school growing up? Did I hear you say you were Catholic?
No.
Oh.
No. Actually raised without religion. That's one of the only good things my parents did.
Oh, nice.
That's why I'm.
I was just trying to come up with an excuse for what the fuck went wrong.
I kind of feel like it all went right.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Maybe I'm a little
best case
delusional.
scenario.
Just joking.
Pittsfield.
I'm just, come on, we're buddies here.
Yeah. So yeah, I grew up in the big city of Pittsfield, Mass, and I don't know, kind of a douchebag, skate punk.
Where are you?
Punk rock kind of guy.
Nice.
Yeah, no direction. So I don't know.
That's two things I would never imagine looking at you today: swimmer and a skater.
I don't know. I got like a floater's body, and I make noises when I get up from the toilet. Yeah, I make noises when I get up from the toilet.
Yeah.
Not doing any kickflips anymore. Just trying to
Nope.
stand up without things popping and cracking.
Nobody needs that. Nobody needs that. Damn. All the cracking and popping. Dude, I was on my knees for hours today
That's
at
what
work.
she said.
And, dude, I went to get up, and it was just like, that's all you could hear. Both of my knees, major pop. This guy is like 60. He's like, get used to it, kid. I'm like, fuck you, dude. This shit hurt.
Gotta take that turmeric.
The turmeric.
Turmeric? Yeah. You into that kind of stuff? Do you like rub crystals and shit? Here you go.
No.
Oh, I thought it would make you feel
I was
comfortable.
more into powders. That's why I
Yeah,
mentioned
yeah, I was going
turmeric.
to say Pittsfield, definitely more of a powdered place.
You can't even buy turmeric without fentanyl in it.
Yeah.
So.
Nice.
Nice snort, dude.
You think?
What are the levels on that? Did you clip on that
Yeah,
one?
we got it.
We need our own sound bites. Like a whole page. Just
I do
for
snort
Eric's
quite
sound.
often. I do
Oh,
snort.
let's go.
You boys want some bourbon?
Absolutely,
Ooh,
man. You
stuff
know
is
who I
made-
am?
This stuff is made in Sheffield, Massachusetts. It's
No, it
by
ain't.
far my favorite bourbon. So shout out to Berkshire
Really?
Distillery.
You having some, Eric?
Yeah. You know what? It's Marby's episode.
I'm gonna give Buttons one.
Last time we were here, we
Oh yeah, I'll serve it to him.
last time we were here, we got pretty tuned up, guys.
We
That
did
was-
all right. We were drinking the Jameson that night.
Yeah.
We were, and then we went and hit the Bishop's mic.
Yeah, here's how much
And
Jameson I drank that night.
I should have not drove.
Here's how much Jameson I. Oh, here, there you go.
Thank you, sir.
I drank so much Jameson that when I walked in here and you're like, "Hey, you like what we've done with the place?" I didn't notice any changes.
It's only a couple.
Looks
love
great,
it.
guys. I have no
I
fucking
love
idea.
it. Here's to wait, how much money did you have last time?
It was
you were
like
left
it was,
with 93.
yeah, it was like 9,300.
Well, it's
93,000?
debatable if you had all $10,000 at that time.
Yeah,
but,
that was-
no.
Yeah, no, because there was only a few bills left on the table.
Yeah.
And we did have 10K at that time, so yeah.
Well, I was putting an emphasis on the 9 because that's. What
Oh,
got
let's see
you
what
going.
happens tonight, boys.
All right, cheers, boys.
Salute.
That's tasty.
Holy shit.
That's tasty, sweet,
It's
oaky,
not real offensive.
That's
smoky.
It's very smoky.
Dude, that's like
Yeah.
kind of reminds me like a bacon.
May I see?
I love this shit straight. So.
Sheffield, Mass. I work up there, actually. Quite a bit.
Does that taste like bacon to anybody else at the end?
No, but it's
Oh,
No,
I'll probably
that's
get
the,
my-
that's the,
smoke.
that's the wood.
The smoke.
Berkshire
ASMR
Mountain
real quick.
Distillers, yeah. Wow. And it still says women shouldn't drink if they're pregnant.
Yeah. Bullshit.
That's all my mom did. Look at me.
I snorted again. I snorted again.
those wide set eyes.
Yo,
Sure sign of
okay,
fetal
so
alcohol
this is
syndrome.
cool. Hey, this is cool. This is why I love reading the bottles.
Take it in the bathroom with you.
Nice. Berkshire Mountain Distillers Berkshire Bourbon is handcrafted, small batches, at the Berkshire's first legal distillery since Prohibition.
Whoa.
So, that means this is right after, as far as American whiskeys go.
It's pretty freaking new.
This is the next ascending
pretty old.
whiskey
Gotcha.
to Buffalo Trace.
Really?
Yeah, Buffalo Trace was before. It was licensed by
during
yeah,
Prohibition.
and during it was licensed by the government to be sold as medicine, so that dentists, doctors could still use it, and treat their patients with it even during the Prohibition.
Dude, that's crazy.
So this came out right after, dude. This means like this was like some dirty bourbon meaning not dirty as in like it wasn't good, meaning that it was illegal. They were making this illegally.
Boop.
And then as soon as that shit dropped, they went and they made enough money to go get it legally fucking.
It was that good.
Yeah.
it was
just-
that
Dude,
good.
I want to know who made this shit. Like, what fucking moonshiner was like, let me fucking cook up some rye. You know what I mean?
Tasty.
Make something different.
I mean, discovering the process of distillation.
Well, they've discovered that with the moonshine, I'm sure. But then making the bourbon.
Shine was definitely heavy up in the hill towns.
Oh, yeah.
Shine was definitely.
What do you think happened to Vermont? It's all shines, bro. They're all shiners.
Shines means something different when I was a kid. For you kids at home, that used to be a derogatory term for black people.
What?
Shines? You didn't know that?
Never in my life have I heard that.
Like when you shine someone
No,
out,
when you get a shine, no, that means getting head
like a
from a
shoe
hot
shine?
chick. You get shined up. Like you ever get shine? You know what I mean? Like she's sucking your dick off. Like she's shining your head. You know what I mean? The tip. Like that's the only way I've ever heard that. I've never heard that.
What is going on?
I have never heard that as a racial slur. That's absurd. And you dropped it out
Heard it here first. Heard it here
so
first.
nonchalantly.
No, that's like that, like old timey kind of slang.
Yeah.
Like, call them like spooks or spades.
You know what? I actually just seen a video. You know what? I don't think we should.
So
This
thrilling
isn't.
to talk
never
like
mind.
this.
This isn't the podcast for that. I was gonna say, do you know what the I can't remember where in Africa it was, but there's an African.
What are we doing?
There's an African. Shut up. There's an African language where the word for my king is. Have
Don't
you
say
seen
it.
this video?
Don't
No,
say
but
it.
I'm waiting.
Don't say it.
The word for my king is very similar to the word that
Hope.
we're not allowed to say.
I wonder who the first black person to be called the N-word was.
But they used to say it. This is the thing. You would say it to someone that you admired, because that was my king, right? Or like the tribe leader was your. You know what I'm saying? Because yes, with the A at the end, not. That's the actual word for my king when translated.
Can you hear the ice crackling beneath us right now?
I'm just saying. Listen, I hope to God this is true.
Dude, you know what's crazy?
I hope it's true.
All
I
I'm
just
seeing
seen it
in my
the
head,
video.
all I'm seeing is the N-word spelled with a K in front of it.
Bro.
Like, no,
Like a knife. Oh, man.
You know why the country is
like
called?
a proper N-word.
You know why the country is called Niger?
Dude. All right,
That's
Jason.
where the shut up. That's where the king lived.
It's like lasagna, one of the
It
Jesus
was their
Islands.
central city. It was where the kings lived. Get it? It's an actual translation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hot in here.
Yeah, I'm sweating, literally.
Buttons is done.
That was wild.
You can't even see him. He doesn't want to be canceled. That's great.
Holy shit, dude.
I'm glad I've mostly outgrown that word.
Well,
Yeah.
you said we had to
Mostly outgrown that.
How do we top
Sometimes
the
when I
last
sneeze or
thing?
stub my
I was
toe.
gonna say, yeah, that's the only way we could top it.
I had to get us going.
Yeah, you
All right, did I do a good job?
did.
Dude, you're the fucking. All right, we got to talk about Jason Marby.
Yeah, I know, and not
Okay, so you were a skater throughout high school, right?
Yeah.
skater, swimmer. Dude, that's
Both
a
at the
weird
same time
combo.
sometimes.
Yeah,
that's,
that's
a weird combo.
I put skateboard wheels on the bottom of the surfboard.
Nice.
And then
Revolutionary.
what was like going to college? Like, did you go to college or no?
I did one semester. I was throughout high school. I was like, it was a vocational school, and I was a culinary student. I
Nice.
cooked, 4 periods a day. I was in a kitchen, and I just did my math, science, and English outside of that.
Nice.
It actually was kind of cool because like my senior year, I had all that math, science, and English done, the credits I needed. So we like talked to a guidance counselor, me and a couple other kids, got on a short bus and drove to the local community college. And we were like taking our prerequisites to get
Yo.
into college.
Nice, dude.
So I did one semester and decided I hated it, and then just started working in kitchens from there.
Nice.
So, brings me to my next thing. Your parents, were they together long? Did they?
They're still married.
Wow.
Cool, dude. What's that like?
I don't know. I haven't talked to them in 5 years.
Oh, that happens.
Neither of them?
That happens.
Neither of your parents? You haven't talked? You don't
No.
talk to them?
No,
What happened there?
they. I'll tell you, Alado. Sorry. I promised myself I wasn't gonna cry. No, my parents. My sister's a real piece of shit, and my parents enable her, so it's just easier to cut those people out of my life to maintain my sanity and happiness. Boy, what a fucking downer that was.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all
okay,
good.
man. We're all here together.
Yeah, that was
I'm gonna make you feel better. I'm gonna make you feel better right now. Okay.
Oh yeah, he is actually gonna make you feel really
I can't
good.
show this
On the screen quite yet.
I can't show this on screen. But if you look at that, there, the faces, right? That's clearly a mugshot, and that's obviously an older woman. So don't feel bad, because that person is sitting in jail with meth charges.
Did you read the name on it?
Did you see it? Yeah. Don't feel
Crazy.
bad, brother.
It's all right.
Crazy.
Don't feel bad. I'm 30.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, you know, it's, believe me, the situation, I wish...
I'm crying, okay? It's fine.
The situation is like... If I explain it to you, it sounds like fiction. Like, it's not something that you think real people would do. My parents enabled my sister through a shitty situation, and I just can't get down with that anymore.
Yeah.
So,
No, makes sense.
you know, and it's it's a lot of people will stay in bad situations to maintain prosperity. You know,
Well, they're scared
appearances
of
and shit like
conflict.
that. But
Scared of conflict. Can't be scared of conflict sometimes.
Yeah.
It's going to be like, hey, this is hurting both sides of us. You know what I'm talking about?
And here we are, the mental health portion
Yeah.
of
but
Move the
it,
Mic.
that also gave me some material. You know.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. You definitely talk about your sister's tits every now and again.
It's fun to imagine. I just imagine yours, but more-
Literally, yeah.
just up higher.
Yeah. He goes, no.
Come on, give me my money, motherfucker. Just up higher. That
My
was funny.
sister and I were.
I don't want your money.
My sister and I are Irish twins. We're like 11 months apart. So
Once the money's
it's
out, it's got to
weird.
go
Like
somewhere.
when puberty's like hit, we were both in a race to see who could grow the better mustache.
Nice.
Yeah,
You're from Fall River?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Pittsfield, Fall River. No, I'm just,
Opposite ends of a gay state. You know what I mean?
one's
live here. I love it.
One's got better chow mein. We'll say that.
Oh, you better chill, bro. I know what
Fall
you're
River
saying,
has
'cause
great
they
chow mein.
chow. I get
No,
it. what you're
Fall River is famous for their chow mein.
Really? I
Look
thought
it
was
up.
Lizzie Borden.
That's true, too. That's true.
Who's Lizzie Borden?
Well,
She
she's
made
a
chow
murderer.
mein.
She is a murderer.
She invented chow mein.
Ex-murderer.
You know, my wife's always into this, like, fucking watching, you know, all these murder documentaries
Women
and
love
shit.
murder porn. That's what my ex used to call
It's
it.
so
Murder porn.
fucking weird. Like, I just want to watch cartoons. You know what I mean? She comes in and she's like, "You gotta fucking see what just happened," and you know, like she's following this, the people getting murdered, all off the exits,
Yeah,
and like
that's
they're
kinda
in
weird.
walkway or like paths and stuff. They're all middle aged or younger to middle aged women.
Do we have a serial killer
And-
now?
Yeah,
in the
we do.
area?
Yeah, we finally do. We're back.
Definitely,
We're back.
Don't say
Well,
finally.
listen,
what the fuck?
I grew up with Louis Lent, so you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
So my wife, she's like, "Honey, I'm actually kind of nervous about this." You know what I mean? I'm like, "Babe, don't worry. When's the last time you've gone on a walk?" You know what I mean? So like, you got nothing to worry about. You're safe at home on the couch
This is
where there's plenty of bags
some
of
protection. By yourself. Taylor's going to whoop your
We,
ass.
actually, it's funny. Today is May 6th. Yesterday was our 8th year anniversary.
Nice.
The silence in this room was impeccable.
Nice.
Yeah, one nice, but he was just like,
8 years. How many of them were happy?
So, do you like our new poster on the wall? It's "Don't Quit" for marriage.
Does
Don't
it look like it's crossed out?
exactly.
Do not, don't ever quit.
Yeah.
You fucking. That
was good. That was all right. That was all right.
But you guys already stopped.
We're just running bits. We're just running bits now, huh? That's good.
No, man. Before we get into glazing you, yes, no, not like that.
Fireworks.
Glazing's a new term for like when you admire somebody.
Gooning?
No. Glazing is like when you're in front of somebody and you're talking about how good they are. or how great they are, or whatever.
Please, I'm
bring-
a narcissist.
Okay, exactly. We'll get there.
He's
My
been
pronouns
waiting
are
for this
me,
the whole
me,
time.
But before we get there, we need to know more about you. So, how long have you been in the comedy game?
What did I say last time?
No.
Three
say it
more
now.
months. I think we're coming up on 11 years. Or we just did 11 years.
That's phenomenal.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I tried it once like 14 years ago, and the girl I was with was like, "Oh, I don't want you saying jokes about me." So I just kind of stopped, and then I tried it again a few years later. I worked at this coffee shop, and there's like a sign on the door that said we were having this open mic. And so, I've always been kind of like a funny guy. I just try to write things out like a joke format. And, it actually turned out pretty good. Got a few laughs. It was like a monthly thing. I did that a couple of times. I started looking to other areas. Where I'm seated, I'm like 1 hour from the Springfield area, 1 hour from Albany, New York.
Yeah.
So I started off in the Albany, New York area, finding out, multiple open mics out there. And, that was a lot of fun. Good.
That's
scene
got to
out
be
there.
culturally fitting too. A bunch
What's-
of whites.
Yeah. What's the biggest difference between comedy up there and comedy down here? I mean, it's
It's
just kind of
actually
east-west. It's not
you know,
really
it's-
up
it's-
and down.
It's
but-
kind of the same all over. I feel like when I first got started, it was very eclectic crowd. The last couple of times I went out there, it turned like very dude bro. Like a lot of guys that like do this with their hands, like Shane Gillis, because that's all they consume. And yeah, so. But everything ebbs and flows. I've seen. The Pioneer Valley kind of, rise and fall, and it moves around a little bit. Right now is probably the best I've ever seen it. You've got a really good scene.
I wonder if that has anything to do with the fact that there's just so many talented people in our area. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people try. People come and go. Some people stick with it. Like I said, I've been working this area for about 7 years, and I've seen people move away
Come
from
and
the
go
area.
pretty
Yeah.
freaking quick. I bet.
There's always new comics. I mean, I met you guys, less than a year ago.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I'm coming up. I'm 22 days away
From your year?
1 year in comedy. Yeah.
Congrats.
Are we gonna do anything fun?
Yeah, let's go to an open mic.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Let's go to
Word all the game. Buddha, you better have open mic at Pulaski that one last time.
Right.
It's tonight.
It's tonight. It's tonight.
it?
He's doing Pulaski tonight. He is doing Pulaski tonight.
All right, 2 more weeks. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
One last time. What?
You're just being a jerk.
Why am I being a jerk?
I don't know. That thing could keep going.
Dude, you didn't believe it when you said it.
What?
Bro, you said it all the way in the.
Onward.
Your whole throat was clenched.
Yeah, I've been getting over a sickness. That wasn't.
No, we love it. It's right down the road from my house. It's just,
It's where we met, dude.
It's
it's just it stinks trying to do comedy for the people that you like are learning comedy with. You know what I mean? I'm not with that. I want to make people who's not around me laugh. I make you guys laugh all the time. I want to make new people laugh. You know what I mean?
Right. It's nice to have an audience, and some might struggle to get off the ground, or
Yeah.
sometimes it's the venue, sometimes the location, sometimes it's what else is going
I'll
on
make
that
sure
night.
of all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, who knows what works? Who knows what doesn't?
That one night when the midgets were there, it was awesome.
Oh yeah, we were playing
Or-
off the midgets.
My
Yeah.
people. One of my people were there.
you're like
I
your
can say
king.
it. I can say it. Yeah, I'm the tallest one.
I thought for sure one of them was gonna come down and be like, "Why the fuck? What do you think you're doing?"
It's the big show.
Get back on the clock.
So what exactly is the Lollipop Guild? Is that like a Rotary Club for midgets? Or what are they doing there?
Basically, so it's a union. You can apply. It's $100 a year.
Do you have to go to meetings? Is there a grand poobah? Do they go? Whoop?
Yeah, yes,
Is there an info tape?
yes. It's basically 3 of us stacked on top of each other in a trench coat, and you pay him, and you get to be part of the trench coat gang. I don't know. I'm just making this
Trench
up.
coat guild.
I'd date 3 midgets in a trench coat. Think about it. You could get your dick sucked and make out at the same time. Someone there to play with your nipples too.
Oh my goodness, that was graphic. Why am I hard?
See, like a human centipede of midgets.
Why are we so hard right now?
Human centipede.
There is too many dudes in this tiny room to be this hard.
How come no one's made a human centipede out of midgets?
Can we knock it off? All right.
Or just one midget with 2 norms? Where do you put the
Fuck.
midget? Do you put it in the middle? Do you put it on the back end?
Marby.
You just wait for it to inflate
Maybe
with
if
shit.
I pay him, he'll shut the fuck up.
I'll give you one.
like a
'cause
sad
Can we ask him another
pinata.
question?
yeah.
Do you have any questions
Yeah,
lined
I
up?
got-
I got a
of
whole
course,
bunch ready to
man,
go
man.
for this fucking guy.
All right,
So
so-
let me ask you one.
Go for it.
Marby,
Joey Giggles over there.
my man. So you've been doing comedy for 11 years. Out of that 11 years, what's one of the describe to us one of the highlights, like the best show you did? Maybe give the crowd, you had a reaction. Go ahead, tell us about it.
I remember there was a local motorcycle club out in Berkshire County that was putting on a charity show to benefit one of their fallen riders and the family and whatnot. And they put on lots of comedy shows around New England. There's many chapters of this bike club. And I went to one of their comedy shows, and I knew the treasurer of the bike club. I said, hey, could you just introduce me to the promoter? I'd just like to, maybe hand him my card or let him know that I'm a comedian. And the guy shook my hand. He said, oh, you're a comic. Do you want to go up and do some time?
Yeah.
Well, they got 2 Boston comics, one of them being, the hell's his name? Jesus, I already had too much bourbon to remember. Dan Bolger.
Nice. I love Danny.
Yeah. He's a really funny
Good
guy.
dude. Friend of the pod.
Him and
We're looking to get him up.
him and a former Boston comedian, E.J. Murphy, they both wanted to get out early. So they're like, hey, let's do our sets and we can let this guy go up third right before the closer, which I believe was Kate Willett or whatever. But I went up and I did 7 minutes in front of like 300 bikers and, had a good time. I saw people I knew from the town. And that was sort of like a high point. I'd only been doing comedy for about 4 years. And, I treat this like a hobby. I'm not trying to get famous. I got like a normal job.
Oh, well, get the fuck out of here. Okay. I'm kidding.
I just, I don't practice. I'm just naturally good.
This guy.
What?
Don't do that. He was in the middle of something.
I'm just joking.
All right.
Comedy pod.
We got it.
I wasn't, booked a whole hell of a lot. So it was kind of cool to get out in front of that many people and have a positive response. And I was like, oh, I should probably do this more.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
Definitely.
Oh, dude, you fucking bring the house down every time. Even when there's
You guys are being kind.
no, dude, I'm
Oh,
telling you,
dude. You can
All
save-
right,
you
all
can save a show.
I won't say you bring the
You can
house
you
down
can save a show.
every
You can save an
time.
open mic.
I'll
We've seen you
rework-
do it countless
I
times.
can rework.
Where you have people go up there and, as Buddha Joe says, do their best. And you go up there and rip them apart.
I'll say
and then do your stuff. And then,
what I take from you a lot is your recognition of the room.
Yeah.
The way you're able, like, you have a big repertoire of different jokes. You're not just like, my set is my set, and I have to run this set, and I'll change things around to make it fit the room. No. You have a repertoire of jokes, so that you're so analytical. Like I pay attention to people, psychology for me. And when I recognize what you're doing, like you're paying attention to how the crowd. Am I wrong? You pay attention to how the crowd's reacting, which gives you a gauge of what you can do.
That's one of those things where, like, it's things that you learn along the way in comedy.
Yeah.
Because, sometimes there's not necessarily a, instruction manual on how to be a comic. It's just, little things you pull here and there from other comedians and whatnot. And you're going to find a lot of comedians tell you to read the room.
Yeah.
And what does that mean? It's like, you're in a room full of senior citizens. I did a private show once. It was 75 Studebaker owners. They're just 75 people that old white guys with money that buy or rebuild these Studebakers. Well, I knew I'm not going to do a bunch of jokes about coming on my girlfriend's tits because that's not what old people want to hear. Much like when we did that show.
Yeah,
at,
that's fun.
I was just gonna say,
fun.
can we finally?
You and I did a show
That was
where
great.
it was mostly women in the room, and we watched someone have a hard time.
I want to say for
Yeah,
for
that
the
someone
fans,
owes me fucking money, too.
For the fans, can we finally put a cap on the story of the Shriners thing? You were there. You were definitely like who us as newer comedians were looking to for true, honest
Fucking
guidance.
help.
You know what I mean?
I love
So-
talking to you guys and helping you.
Help,
whatever.
fucking
Of
help.
course. I
but-
never say, listen, you gotta do it the way I tell you to. What I'm just saying
Yeah.
is, this is my experience. Take it with what you've learned, and then maybe reflect on with what I tell you, and you can figure it out on your own.
I just want to put it out there for everybody else who wasn't there. Can you tell us, just basically, what a pro was in one pro and one con of that night for us as new comics? But it's really for everybody else.
The pro is we were lucky to be in front of a nice full room.
Fuck.
You know,
I was hoping you were going to say you guys had a couple laughs. Fuck. You're like, yeah,
Oh,
we
wait,
had a
were
full
you fishing
room.
for a compliment? I thought we were talking about someone else. Yeah.
Wrong guy.
Well, no, not a compliment. I was just joking. Fuck.
You guys did your best.
Yeah, we
No, no,
I love hearing that. That's always fun.
you did good for the circumstances. I struggled a little in that room too, but I was saved by a table full of women up front that just they didn't mind being the main character, and then, I could talk to them. And do a
School
little,
street joke killed.
Yeah,
That
a
was fun.
little crowd work. So what you're saying is like that repertoire. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing this for 10 years. I've got a lot of jokes. I've probably forgotten more jokes than I've written or remembered. And when you're in a situation where, the room calls for something, or you've got a heckler, or you notice that there's like a bridal party or a birthday going on, and it's almost like word association or like a Rorschach test. What do you think when I show you this? Well, this is what's in front of me, and this is what I think. Do I want to piss them off, or do I want them to, play with me and have a good time? So sometimes it's fun to do a little of both, and you can piss somebody off, and everyone else has a good time as well.
That is true.
Yeah,
That
but
is-
it's
I'll say, so the last show we just did was for our very own Joey Buttons.
that was fun.
It was a packed room.
That was fun.
Knights of Columbus. Super fun. And during my last, maybe it wasn't the last joke, but during a joke, you kind of clicked in my head of that night from that last read the room. You know what I mean? And he tells me, he's like, most of these people are my family before we go up. And I have a bit that usually ends off with making fun of politics. But when I reverted it because it was, family, I reverted it. I said, and here we are with fucking buttons. And, dude, the whole room just fucking lit up.
Have you already told your family to call you Buttons so they all knew what he meant?
They've been fucking with me.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they know by now.
Frickin' Joey Buttons. He's over there with the buttons. It's me. I do the buttons.
Gas views.
Yeah.
Got the views up.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, that's fun. Yeah, no, that was a really fun show. That was we had some pretty good comics on there. That was a good time. That was actually our first show with Math.
Yeah,
We've
first
never
show
done-
with like any of those Springfield guys.
It was
fun.
I mean, no, we've done shows with Colton before.
Well, yeah,
We've been on
Colton.
showcases and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
Colton. He's the only one aside from Buttons.
Yep. Oh, we've been on shows with Addie. Eddie's been on a couple shows.
Oh, true.
That was the first time we met Maureen Begley, though.
yeah.
That was the first
I
time.
don't know where everyone's from. It's
Yeah.
funny because, like, I guess you can draw lines and say, this place has this scene, this place has that scene, but it's funny, you end up knowing everybody at some point anyways.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
No, we have a great environment for comedy.
dig it.
I mean, there's a couple bridges that need rebuilt just for the sake of like we're all in this shit together. The whole mentality of like us versus them, this is the best, that's the best. It just doesn't work.
No.
You know what I mean?
it's a little clicky, competition is
Yeah.
good, but, we should, spread the love around.
Right.
I had a show in Berkshire County. I ran for about 2 years. It was a monthly comedy showcase. And the only way that I put comics on that show was from visiting open mics and meeting people and giving people opportunities. So, and I had comics coming from...
Where was that at?
It was at a place called Otto's in Pittsfield.
Okay.
Great
Yep.
little breakfast
Yep.
spot.
Yep.
Shout out to Otto's. Luke
I
and Lindsay, great
know
people.
where it is. Yep. Know where it
So-
is. Used to be up in Pittsfield quite often for my job. It's a bustling little, not little city, but it's a freaking city. But it's bustling. I'll tell you that.
It's enough-
Pittsfield.
It's
Yeah,
big enough
Pittsfield.
to have free Narcan.
Bustling
you were up
with
there.
bundles.
Yeah, you were up there.
They all
You were
got
up
a
there
bunch
doing
of
some work.
bundles around. I'll tell you that. You need some heron,
Some
a
brown.
couple bundles.
You trying to get a
There's
brown?
there's a big thing in Pittsburgh, like over the past couple of years, where they wanted to ban nip bottles because of, the amount of litter that they create.
Yeah.
And no one's mentioning all the needles in the sewers.
Dude, I've-
Nip bottles, that's a problem. Those 10 packs of freaking Fireball.
Yeah.
I made a reference like high capacity magazines of liquor.
I was working at the Boys and Girls Club out there in Pittsfield, dude,
Mm.
and there's quite a few days where we couldn't use our own sandy cans because the homeless would fucking jump over the fence, get in there, shoot up, fucking somebody would find a needle first thing in the morning. GC's got to call the company out to come clean it. Now we're all standing there in a line taking a shit because somebody fucking jumped the fence. It's crazy out there.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's fun.
Like calling people like replace it like a NASCAR team.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Squirt some new blue shit back in there.
Jesus. Knowing you'd be squirting out blue chew.
Dude, I have problems not getting hard. Like I'm always hard, right? I'm hard right now.
No, meaning you were getting fucked by a guy
boners
on
great?
blue chew.
Boners are sick, dude.
If
Boners
you're
are the
squirting
coolest.
blue chew out your ass, that means the guy was on blue chew and
Oh,
left it
that was
in
a
your
gay
ass.
joke. I didn't get that. All right.
Let's see.
I like it when
Okay.
the dick's just like, hey, we gotta talk.
Do you talk to yourself
Dude, I'm on
often?
the toilet right now. We gotta talk.
We gotta talk.
Fuck BetterHelp.com.
Oh man.
Yo, Dick, just be like, brother, we got some shit to go over.
The best thing about those blue rhino pills is they're not addictive.
You like how I made his dick black?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's more like an all-over bruise, but you know.
Damn.
It's like blurple. It's not black. It's
Blurple. All right.
When you use
Feel
two,
free.
it's like when you use 2 packs of grape Kool-Aid.
Oh, my God. Oh,
Plus sugar. Fuck. Damn it. All right. So Jason. So we kind of literally like think of you as a mentor. And like you've taught me a lot, you've taught Damien a lot. You're fucking hilarious. Who's who's your mentor? Would you say you have one or did you just come up raw?
Jesus.
shut the fuck
Jesus. Jesus. Swim coach.
No, it was we had a maid growing up. It's her husband, Jesus. I'm just kidding. Always been doing pretty well. No, you know, for a long
Buttons is way too fucking red back there. Breathe.
Hey, let's go down to CVS and put in one of those blood pressure things. See what we can get. High score buys drinks.
High score wins.
No, for a long time, it was sort of like, you know, just everyone around me. You know, I'd go to Albany Mike's, and once, you know, my face was around for a little bit and people got to know who I was, you know, just kind of chit-chat and, I do it this way, and I do it watching other people host. There's actually a comic, Rich Williams, had a little bit of, success a few years back. Lives in the Capital Region, and he used to, at the Saratoga Springs Comedy Works, give these free comedy writing classes.
Nice. And
that's, kind of how I got started. A few years back, I took Rob Santos's Each One Teach One class.
Yeah.
And Rob will tell you himself that, he's not going to teach you how to be a comedian or teach you how to be funny. He's going to help you figure out who you are. And that's going to help you write better jokes. So if you ever get a chance to take one of his classes, I highly suggest it. It's usually a 6-week course. And it's really introspective and thought-provoking and, well worth,
You want to laugh at us? We watched the we
You
watched,
think I don't already?
We watched. I know, because we're good comedians. Thank you. We had Rob Santos in here for the Super Bowl. What, almost 3.5 hours?
Mm-hmm. Maybe more.
The same thing happened to him. Happened to you. So
Impotence?
no, don't do that.
We're just talking about boner pills.
With the thing that happened with your episode happened.
the
to
file
his.
got corrupted?
Yep.
Corrupted.
No, it's not a joke, dude. It's a problem that I've had to, because we're dealing with massive files and a lot of them. So it's something that I've had to learn and adjust to. So we're getting better. This is always going up. Only way is up. But yeah, it's been a lot of heartache.
There's now a new rule that I just can't. I can't watch porn on the computer anymore, guys. And I fucking knew it. He's only saying it now because I can't put my hands on him. Well, you fucking wait. There's an unspoken rule. I like sitting in that little cubby. Look at all the screens.
How do we know which camera's on? The one with the blue lights?
They're all on, brother.
Oh, okay.
You didn't even know about that one up there.
No, I did see. I see the one above the door. I see that one here. It's like freaking that movie Sliver
Yeah, I like watching
with
myself.
Billy Baldwin. You guys wouldn't get that joke.
I
think that
point
movie came
all
out
the
before you were
cameras.
born.
I point all the cameras at me in that corner.
That's why the angles were off.
Yep, you got it.
That's
You like to
gross.
record yourself jerking off? I've done it a couple of times on a coke bender.
Why? We don't need that. That's not what this podcast is.
I know, like it's not like it's like
It's
a
for
POV.
me!
What
What
is
is this?
POV? It's not like at my face.
What is this, OnlyFans? Come on.
I'm sure I could get some old guys to pay
What?
to watch me jerk off on my feet.
soundboard. Gay? Where are you at? Buttons.
You ever jack off on your own foot?
No.
It's just like, man, I gotta clean that up, and then you don't want to walk anywhere.
Buttons. Buttoned up, bro.
That's gonna be a new. We're gonna have that on the thing. You ever jerk off on your own feet? It's gonna be your voice.
God, guys,
It's the best way to get off on the right foot.
That was good. That was all right. That was good.
What is going on?
We're off the rails. We're off the rails. That's some good bourbon.
we usually
Tell you
save
what.
all this for like an hour and
That's some good.
hour and a half. Can we get random word generator? What the fuck, dude?
Really?
I know.
Weed every day.
Hey.
Fuck. You want to smoke some weed, Marvy?
No, I can't.
Why not?
Truck driver.
Oh, true. You get random.
Plus, there's cameras in here.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'll do another one of those with you, though, brother.
You don't have to throw it back. Sip it. It's good stuff.
It's true. It's smoky.
It is good.
Let it envelop your tongue. Whatever that means.
I got to get my nose in it, but it's too high to the top. It's up too high in there.
I think last time we went for 2.5 hours. I'm trying to cut it down to like an hour and a half. I figure if I get you two dummies drunk,
Yeah.
No, this just gets a lot worse.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Hell yeah. There you go. See, Buttons is buttoning.
He's buttoning.
He's buttoning up.
Red band.
Yo, we got to get a shirt with that funny face where he's like, and it's just got to say button up. Button up,
Ooh,
bitch.
button up's good. I like
Button
that.
up, bitch.
like
That's
that.
it.
I like
Button up, bitch. I fucking love it.
he is awfully red. I'm worried
Isn't he?
about him.
Whiskey.
He's only in one natty daddy. It's crazy.
Whiskey.
It's the whiskey did hit.
The whiskey got him. Marvy.
My chest is hot.
Yeah.
It's bourbon.
All right, let me ask you a question. So now that you've been in comedy for 11 years, what's your favorite dinosaur?
The Lickalotopus.
Ah, there you go. I
like that.
That's good.
That's the ancestor to the platypus, right? Lickalotopus? They were the algae eaters for the fucking like the big the ones with the long necks, right? Like
The
they just
Degosaurus.
get on there and suck their assholes out. Isn't that what they just suck the assholes out of the Thegosaurus or whatever? What?
The Pegasaurus?
Now that's what you're into.
Now we're riffing.
You have a Pegasaurus
What?
900, right? It's the XD one, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, my back massager.
Yeah, Pegasaurus.
I'm kidding.
I mean, a Hitachi magic wand.
You got
You
it.
should see the thing he has in his freezer.
Yeah, dude, that thing's fucking sick.
Bro, I was literally
It's a butt
rolling. I was rolling Martinez's dreads with him, or braids.
What?
Yeah, it was great.
Alex Martinez.
Alex Martinez is
He doesn't have any braids.
Yes, he does. It waves.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I said dreads, braids, waves.
something ethnic. I have a barber. What do they do?
Not
What
much.
do they do?
Not much for any longer. You know what I mean?
I said my barber's job gets easier every day, every time I go there.
That's what's great about being a barber, man. Is like the job just gets easier because your clientele, you get them, in their like 30s, 35, 40. You know what I mean? That's when you like really settle down with a barber, and then they just get older and
I've
older.
had a barber die. I mean, it's hard to
Really?
like find a new barber. Like, you go a little period of time where you just, you're not so sure about yourself, and then you decide you're finally ready to get back out there and have someone cut your hair again.
I've been there, man. I've been there.
That's
You know,
hilarious.
I used to be like really crazy. I
Walk
used to.
around
I
with
used
a pair
to.
of safety scissors in your pocket for a few months.
I used to treat my hair like Jordan shoes. Like I wouldn't let nobody touch my head except for one guy, Zach Zadonzik, and he actually owns one of the most.
I was going to go so many different
His
places.
name is Zach Zadonzik.
Unfinished.
Right. He's actually like you guys might know about. You've
Zach
probably
sucks on
seen
dick.
his stuff, right? Have you ever seen the haircuts where it's like a 3D image of someone's head?
Yeah.
Like in the back of the guy's head, he's got Rick Ross with his hair, and it literally looks like Rick Ross's face.
I did that once with
With
Bob
hair.
Ross.
Nice. So that's him, Zach.
It was a
Zadonzik.
happy
He's got
little
he's got a
mistake.
barbershop down in Georgia and in Wheeling, West Virginia. He's a great dude, and
What's
he
his
was
name again?
Zach Zadonzik, and he was the only
Sucks on
guy.
dick.
Don't do that. Don't do that, bro. Atlanta, come up here real quick. No, I'm
Atlanta,
kidding.
you get wild.
No, he's a great dude. But yeah, bro, I moved up here, wouldn't let nobody touch my hair. One of my oldest friends from when I was a kid, I met up here as a kid. She is a professional, like she's got a barber shop, multiple barbershops. She was running in Northampton, all around.
I know
Very
who you're talking
reputable.
about.
Yeah, you
Sounds
know,
hot. What's her number?
very reputable person. Well, she moved out to Washington, and now she's got a fucking her own barbershop in Washington.
Wait, Washington State?
Yeah,
Or-
Washington State.
Holy fuck.
She's got her own barbershop
Washington,
out there.
Mass.
So
On Route 8.
I would go to the barbershop. I would watch her cut hair for hours, and I did this probably
It's not stalking.
You gotta stop taking all this
10,
bro.
15 times, bro. And then finally, I'm like, all right, this kid comes in. He wants like a high, like a low taper, high fade or some shit. You know what I mean? He said a whole bunch of
Start
names.
with the number 3.
He said a whole bunch of names. I'm like, all right, this is some gangster shit. If she can pull this off, we're locked in. And she fucking pulled it off. And then she moved to Washington, so I still been cutting my hair with Family Dollar trimmers. You know what I'm saying? It's been years, fucking almost a decade.
My son's 17. I got him his first pair of trimmers because I didn't want him taking care of his beard with the same ones I do for my balls. I mean, I wouldn't mind if he like took my ball trimmers and used it on his beard. I just don't want him to use it on his balls, and then I go to use it on my beard because I use the same trimmer for my balls and my beard.
You use the same ones?
Let some time pass. It's fine.
Like,
Time heals
how
all.
long? How long is it okay?
Well, I shave
Time
my
heals
face
all.
more than I shave my balls.
Okay. I have two separate
I got a
ones.
mullet down there. I just shave above my dick and let my ball hair go crazy. It's like a cock mullet.
A cock mullet is wild. That's fucking Joe Dirty, dude.
No, what I do is I go to Family Dollar. I buy a $20 set, right? I take them home, cut my hair, clean them, put them back in the box, take them back to Family Dollar with the receipt, and I say they didn't work. So I never pay for a haircut. I haven't done that in 12 years. I haven't paid for a haircut. I just go to Family. I do that. Works every fucking time.
Do you trim your balls with those before you return them?
Fuck yeah.
That's
Do it
fucking
all, bro.
Dirt dog.
What if they don't sell and you just go back and buy the same ones?
I don't give a fuck. I'm not paying for it.
It's a rental. You're renting from Family Dollar.
Yeah,
That's
and I get my
fucking
money
insane.
back every time.
I hope other people do that and you get somebody else's. Oh. You get bed bugs and crotch crickets at the same time.
They can't resell old shit.
We did comedy in the basement of Family Dollar, remember?
Did they know?
For a MAGA crowd.
Yeah. It was literally just Joe Michael's family, but it was
No? Oh, man. Where's the MAGA button?
It's a split group.
He's not gonna play it.
trying
He's
to-
not gonna play it.
We have... Hit the button, please.
Hit the button.
MAGA button.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
There was also another one, but save it now.
Fake news.
There- Jesus. All right. It's okay. He was traumatized last week. We all were. Okay, we're still coming together as a group.
What happened?
The file got corrupted.
The file did get corrupted.
A file got corrupted?
Look at
Why don't fucking lie?
Whose file got corrupted?
Shut the fuck up.
Did we corrupt
I
it on
asked the questions here, Marvy.
Did we corrupt it on purpose?
No.
No,
sure?
that's never happened. I promise you. Your shit was corrupted.
No, I wasn't suggesting that mine. Only the most.
Dude, we would all be we would be in Austin, Texas right now if that shit went out. You
Or it'd be
realize-
in the Nuremberg trials. I don't know.
No, they would have sent us to Guantanamo. by now.
They would have caught us. They would have caught us on that. Everyone drinks after I say Nuremberg.
It was a tough one.
You don't have to bring it up. Just don't quit. Yeah, I just keep seeing it now.
Don't stop, quit.
Yeah, it's. I just noticed it says "do it" too, which is
So if you could,
super gay.
if you could go on tour with any comedian in the world right now, a touring comedian, who would it be?
I think I gotta be realistic and find someone that like matches, my energy. You talking about me featuring for them or them?
Yeah, and you're on tour as a feature. You're doing every show with them all around the nation.
I mean, if I'm gonna be like realistic and like try to like play in the same stadium, Louis C.K.
Oh yeah, that'd be a fun show.
I could see you.
That'd be a fun show.
That's totally facetious, but no. I love Louis. I like the way he writes. I've jerked off in front of women as well. It's,
Who hasn't? Who hasn't? Come on.
yeah. Sorry you didn't get famous, honey.
All right.
Madison Square Garden. Where is she right now?
Yeah.
Talking about her missing tits.
Oh fuck.
Could you see Marby on like a fucking Yay cover?
Rocking the jewelry?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yayed off.
Emphasis on the jewelry.
I could see you doing very well, like featuring for Big J Okerson.
Ooh,
So
You'd get
I'm
down
a big
and dirty
fan.
with them
I saw him
motherfuckers.
at the.
I could see you doing very well. What was that?
I saw him at the. We'll just play that off.
You all right?
He's like scratching like a dog.
All right. That was fucking crazy.
It's never happened before.
It's one of those Craigslist bed bugs.
The Dollar General crickets.
Now let me ask him. Why do you say that?
I don't know. I just feel like you guys do great, like the crowd work aspect of it. I feel
Okay.
like you could play off that.
go with Matt Rife?
Yeah, no, I don't. Like
I
it.
do like doing crowd work. I like being able to create something out of nothing. I know crowd work comics get a lot of hate. I think posting videos of crowd work is a great way to show people that you're funny without burning material. Big J Okerson is an exception. He's never written a joke in his life.
That's not true.
No, I think he's great. I like the way he just. My thing about him is like I listen to a couple of podcasts that he's on. I listen to Legion of Skanks. I also listen to The Bonfire, and his recall.
Story Wars is the best.
Yeah, Story Wars. I've been watching that on YouTube.
Yeah.
His recall of pop culture is so good, and a lot of times he gets stepped on with jokes because people just don't get it and they keep talking.
Yeah.
And I think his recall of like pop culture over like the 60s, 70s, 80s. You guys are in your 20s. I'm 47.
What?
Right?
In our 20s, dude.
I'm
We're
27.
30s.
Thanks,
30s.
brother.
30s, whatever. You youngins, I've got chest hair older than you. I grew up watching a lot of reruns. So not only did I grow up in the 80s, but I watched shows from the 70s and 60s, stupid shit like The Courtship of Eddie's Father or even fucking Mr. Ed or whatever.
Yeah.
And
That fucking horse.
yeah, I heard two stories. One, they were like sticking things up his ass to make his lips move, or they used to spread peanut butter on his gums. And I was like, why don't they just spread peanut butter on his ass?
Wait, why are we talking about Steve-O all of a sudden? Why are we talking about Steve-O? Did I miss something?
Asshole?
Did I just miss something?
Mr. Ed
You're
Of course.
not talking about Steve-O?
No.
from
I thought you were talking about Steve-O.
he's back.
He's back.
He's back from a leap.
I guess he just fucking came
I had
back.
to take a leap of faith.
What was it like this time? Who are you this time?
I was in the third layer
Like Scott
of
Bakula looking
inception.
in the mirror. I'm retarded.
I'm going to go dissolve my father's empire now.
Right?
Pop culture reference.
Yeah.
Super relevant. Let's keep that.
The Revenant.
That was a great movie. Okay. What did you just take a hit of?
What?
What?
I don't know.
Revenant, is that like a hybrid movie of like Wall Street and Cocaine Bear?
Yeah.
Wolf of Wall Street and Cocaine Bear?
That's such a good movie, Cocaine Bear, dude.
Haven't watched it yet.
Dude, it's a masterpiece of a movie.
Now, that was produced by
you kidding me?
Elizabeth Banks,
By
right?
Sharknado guys.
Ray Liotta's last movie.
I
Oh,
still
that was
can't.
produced by Elizabeth Banks, who's from Pittsfield.
Oh, nice.
Everyone I know said she was a cunt. I don't know.
You don't have
There
to
goes,
say
there goes my chances of being in Hollywood.
That's fine. Here.
There's just
I'll
that
give you
one
100
snuff
bucks
film
worth.
floating around.
Yeah.
My
oh,
SAG
yeah.
credits include a snuff film.
Your SAG credits are way different now. That's great.
Speaking of SAG, I'm so glad it's warm now. Finally got my summer dick back.
My summer dick. Hey.
So for
Winter dick's just depressing.
Yeah, it is.
I want to ask you something because you're looked at as like almost like the Western Mass Jeff Ross. You know what I mean?
Roastmaster General
Roast
I do like
master,
roasting.
fucking general. So
Jason Marby.
what your style of roasting isn't like it's not like the typical flavor. You know what I mean? Like most people when they roast somebody, they just go after like the physical shit that they can see. Where do you find the inspiration for your roasts?
Well, whenever I've been involved in a roast, whether like I'm going to be the roast master of the Roasted Booty Joe coming up on May 16th.
Can't wait. Gonna be
People
fun.
should go to Booty
Pam,
Joe
pam,
Comedy
pam,
to get
pam.
tickets for that.
Nice.
I've done lots of roast battles. I've done guest of honor roasts like that. I was always a witty person, and I was somewhat of a bully when I was younger.
Nice.
You know, I liked to look at somebody and break them down, but it's it's not like just saying like you're poor. You know, it looks like you say like, oh, you look like your family shares a fork or something like that. You know, it's, So I don't know. I've always kind of to like draw inspiration. Well, with these roasts, what we do is we do a group message. We say, hey, do a bio, be vulnerable, give us some information. You and I are on a roast coming up. You're on the Buddha Joe roast. Give some information.
He grew up with a fucking stove, with a cast iron stove. That's all you
I gave way better. I gave way better stuff to them.
I would fucking eat you alive in a roast, kid. Just
Okay.
saying.
Well, we do these group messages where we have a bio, say be vulnerable, give up some stuff. I talk about how I have a biracial son that I'm not biological for. That's something that somebody could make fun of me for. I talk about how I don't talk to my family, and obviously it's easy to call me a racist because I got resting racist face. I get pedo a lot, because it's just easy for someone to say something like that. I like it when you can exploit somebody's, either not disability, but something that makes them unique. But just finding a way to dance around it, make parallel comparisons, analogies. It's just little things you learn over the years. I did my first roast maybe 7 years ago, but with a guy that I never met before. So it had to be like one of those.
That must have been tough.
This is what you look like.
Look like, and you're like,
I'm curious, and I'm sure everyone else is curious. What are some of the things that you would have told Marby in that personal bio? What are some of the things
You want
would
me
have
to read
told
it right
Marby?
now?
No, don't read
Got
it.
on the phone.
I
Off
got
the top of your head, what are some of the things you told him?
what was I talking about? Dead dad. Everyone knows that about me mostly.
Which is always hilarious.
Yeah,
Indeed.
fucking hilarious.
Everyone has a dead dad eventually.
Stupid.
So.
Can't play catch with an urn.
Fucking no, you can't. No, you
I mean, unless
can't.
it's like a
I mean, it's
monkey in the
a-
middle
it's-
thing. Unless you're
There's a
bullying
lot
those two
higher
faggot
stakes
kids
when
at
you're
school.
playing catch with an urn. That's for
not
sure.
really. I would fucking Gronk spike
Okay,
that thing on the
so
ground.
dead dad. What else? What are some other things?
Ex-girlfriend stuff, which is fine. What else did I talk about? Oh, my OCD. I talked about that a little bit. What else did I talk about?
You said that 3 times already.
Yeah, my OCD.
Exactly 3 times.
Okay.
Anything else?
My OCD. I forgot what I did. Yeah, it was a quick little spurt about me, and
I just want to take back. I wouldn't eat you alive, brother. I love you.
Well, that's the thing. I mean,
Look at you.
you guys are
You
close.
want to roast? You want to roast each other?
I don't want to do that.
I think we should roast each
Good.
other.
I'm good.
But that's the thing. You got to roll with the punches. You got to know that when somebody's saying something about you, they're not doing it with the intent to hurt you.
Hurt,
They're doing
right.
it with the
Yeah.
intent to be funny, and they're also using information that you gave them. So how mad can you really be?
Right.
There are some people on this roast coming up that I don't know and have not contributed bios yet.
Yeah,
so
which
there's just
sucks.
gonna be.
I'm
It's
gonna
gonna
say-
be look like.
You-
Can
Sorry.
I say though, my life is a lot more funnier than his is. So I feel like he would destroy me in a roast. to be
I do
honest.
have some secret stories that you haven't said
Yeah,
in the
you
pod.
got some really good shit lined up. Now that I think about it, like he's got this one about my kid because he's always in trouble, and he's like, I don't want to tell your joke. You tell it. It's funny as. Go ahead.
Oh, well, so he has a son that's always grounded. Always. And Damien's huge into UFC. But he always makes his son stand in the corner. I was like, he's going to be the best corner man in UFC you've ever seen in your fucking life.
Yeah.
Because he's always just nosed and he's just like, hey, just rubbing out.
No, he prefaces it a lot better on stage. It's like my son Braden, really into football, fucking
Yeah, I
top
talk
of the
about-
team. Daughter, super great at dance, captain of the dance. Like all the kids excel at what they do often. Well, Jacob's in the corner, so he's going to be the greatest UFC corner man, is what he said. And, dude, it was just...
Come on,
I'm
champ.
like,
Come
fuck.
on, champ.
When he said that shit,
Come
I'm like,
on,
I'm
champ.
so fucked. I'm constantly giving this guy material.
Yeah.
Constant.
Yep.
It is cool though, to like appreciate your child's accomplishments. Like my son is such a vicious leave dishes in the sink kind of person.
Same.
Yeah. If you could get a ribbon for pissing on toilet seats,
Nice.
I mean,
You
he's
know what
almost
you gotta
18.
do,
He's
bro?
basically a roommate now.
You know what you got to do is they make stuff for this. It's an invisible blood dye. So you pour it in. Listen, you pour it into the toilet, and when they piss and it splashes everywhere, it comes back out as blood. It looks like
Red?
blood. Red.
Red dye.
So what all they see is
My grandfather had that.
instead of. But yeah, no, like as a kid, as a father of three sons, trust me, I know all about getting them to learn how to aim right. You know what I mean? I've tried putting a fucking see-through target at the bottom, like hitting the center, making a game. You know what I mean? And then they're just in there fucking battling over who can piss in the center the longest. You're not supposed to use it together, guys.
I mean,
I get-
we grew up with like pissing our dad's shit off the side of the bowl. So
fucking
we had
gnat,
great,
dude. There's
we
a
had great
fucking
aim.
gnat in here, bro.
Probably a fruit fly.
It's something. I'm gonna kill it.
Probably a fruit
You two mangoes, I'm sure.
Mangoes is crazy.
I feel more like a
Trying to
kiwi.
think of like a tropical fruit.
Yeah,
I'm a kiwi
it felt
motherfucker.
racist.
You
the way he
two,
said-
you two
Fucking
caramels.
mango.
I didn't call you coconuts.
That's as bad as being called a moolie.
Whoa.
Hey, you fucking moolie.
Hey. That does sound like a little fucking. Hey.
Hey, you fucking moolie. But it's not
You
a
sure that's not a thing?
It's not a thing. I've Googled
All right.
it. Google it.
Moulin
Anybody
Rouge.
Google it.
Moulin Rouge is funny. That's funny. Moulin Rouge.
I don't get it. Marvy.
Like voulez-vous coucher avec moi, motherfucker.
You got that. You got that.
I was just listening to it today. Remember Christina
This
Aguilera,
one.
Maya?
Oh, man.
Yo, did you see Tom
Pink.
Segura's new project?
Bad Thoughts.
Bad Thoughts.
That's
This
gonna be
looks
so
great.
funny.
To it.
It looks hilarious. The trailer, you have no idea what the fuck's going on or what it's about.
It's all
which I
his
think is
jokes
perfect.
worked into
Yeah,
bits.
yeah, just bits, skits. Like I hope it's not like a skit comedy show where they did
gotta
like.
be.
I hope it's not like Key and Peele style or anything like that. I hope it's just.
Well, there's
I
gonna
hope
be
it's more
multiple
like
different-
Black Mirror. Every episode is a different.
I can see that.
Well,
You know
one
what
thing
I
I
mean?
noticed is that country music star.
Yeah, that's Garth
I'm sure
Brooks.
he's really playing off
Oh,
of Garth Brooks.
motherfucker! Yeah,
It's Garth Brooks.
He's
Where the
literally
body's Garth.
doing Garth.
Where the body's Garth.
No, it's
So,
literally that.
I listened to the podcast.
Did you hear the one where they were doing the play on stage?
Yeah.
And they have
The
his
kids
son
are. Yeah.
just go.
Yeah,
There's
it's
no
just-
better
it's-
feeling than killing
So,
the enemy. That's
did
that's his
either of you-
massive bit from 2016?
Did either of you watch the last episode of Your Mom's House?
No.
It's called Bad Thoughts. Okay,
Nice.
Christina and Tom. The
She's
whole
in it.
episode's about talking. Yeah, they're talking about the project. Tom says that this is literally all the stuff that like YouTube wouldn't let him do back in the day. All the stuff he wanted to do on the actual podcast with his live streams, where they ended up taking a different route, being like more gory and catchy for a different crowd. This is literally all the stuff that he's just been building up for the past 20 years that he knows that like the world wasn't ready for at the time. So I can't fucking wait. We seen him live. I took my wife out to see him in Connecticut. This is probably a year and a half ago.
He's coming to Albany soon.
And
saw
he
that.
he
Mass
runs,
Mutual too.
He ran a version of the famous bit he does about taking a shower with his kid. And the way he fucking did it there, I feel like he should have did it this way during the special. So like he does it at first where it's like, you know, I don't want to give it away or anything, but I love comedy, dude. Everyone's
He
so
just- he
unique,
just
man.
Shot off the car and got out of it right
Yeah.
there.
I had to, man. When my brain goes in like 7 different ways, when it hits an odd number, I have to just stop the car. You know what I mean? Even numbers I can work with; it's just math. But when it's odd, the Fibonacci sequence is off and it doesn't align, and my matrix just You know what I mean?
Hey, Fibonacci.
I am AI. I hope you know this. Have you heard my jokes?
Fibonacci, that's when you start with some guanciale and then you cut it
Well,
up.
fucking
and
Mooley,
cubes.
this Fibonacci guy. It's
What
what he
was
fucking
that? You
said.
did the face of like, oh, this fucking guy.
I was just adjusting my glasses.
Oh, okay. That would hurt, though. That adjustment of your glasses hurt me personally.
Sorry, clip it.
Hey, you just got the fruit fly.
Did you fuck? Yeah!
Nasty, dude.
Oh, you sack of shit, bro.
No, I got it then.
No, you don't.
You want to see it?
Yeah. Nothing.
Exactly.
It's fucked.
It was worth a shot.
Hey, you know this fucking guy doesn't have cancer. His hands are half the size of his face. It's your baby ass hands, bro. It's your big ass head.
I probably have cancer though. I don't know.
You look like a fucking
Be
upside
contagious.
down Neanderthal.
What?
Yeah, you heard what I said.
Good one, dude.
Yeah, think about it. Think about it. Think about it.
Upside down Neanderthal.
I don't get that.
I don't know. Is that like why cavemen used to drag women by the hair instead of the feet so they didn't fill up with sand?
It's because they were all upside down, bro.
What?
Think about it.
You know, I was really worried that when I came back, we wouldn't be able to recapture the magic that we had the first time. Boy, was I wrong.
No, you're capturing my retardedness in a bottle on fucking video is what's happening. Yeah. All right, I hear you.
If I could have returned.
All right, back to me.
Did you miss it?
Yeah.
You gotta turn your volume up.
No, I can hear. What'd you say?
I just sang a song.
Okay.
It was a song.
You'll have to watch the episode when it airs, I guess.
If it airs.
No, we definitely have volume going now.
Don't worry. I'm invested.
We definitely have.
There's a big
we have
piece of me
file
that's glad-
storage.
There is a big piece of me that's glad it didn't come out. I mean, very
Dude,
gratuitous with the my heart goes out to you.
It's
Yeah,
crazy
but
that
it was so
episode would have changed everything. I don't know if it would have been for the best. I'm being serious. And the fact that, like, I mean, for any comedian, anybody who especially knows you, dude, that's gold. They would laugh about that for the
made
rest
it
of
a
their
joke,
lives.
But all you need is one person to clip a video
Right.
for 2 seconds where you
Yep.
just see me doing this.
And then
Or
it goes
God-
out to
God-
100 million
God for-
people
yeah,
who don't
yeah,
get it. Yeah.
God forbid the comedy police get a hold of that one. Fucking A.
I bet he does. There we go. That's enough.
What? What? Am I not allowed to support that?
Yeah, no, you're about to about to go bankrupt.
You know I hate the judicial system, motherfucker.
Whoa, Jesus,
Is that akin to the Treasury?
Jesus, great.
I'm just saying we need Doge. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Do we?
Because I feel like we need Social Security more.
Yeah.
Well, we weren't going to have it. That's for sure. We might have it now. We might not. But if we didn't do anything, we definitely weren't going to have it.
Isn't the unsureness so exciting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just all roulette.
Like
you
the
know?
past 30 years of my life that I've worked and contributed to a system because I was hoping it was going to help me through my golden years.
Nah.
Inflation.
You can just keep doing comedy. It's not like it's hard on your body.
All right, Bob.
Yeah, right. Bob Montgomery's still out here doing it. Love me some Bob Montgomery.
He's hilarious. You better love Bob.
I can't hear anything he says. I'm sure I would love him if I could.
Bob's the only comedian who the crowd needs a teleprompter. Bob's the only comedian where the crowd needs a teleprompter.
I don't know, dude.
Closed captioning on the fucking blue screen behind him.
What was that?
Why the fuck is he not doing an RFK impression?
Oh my god.
I don't know why he's not leaning
That's
into the
perfect.
fucking Ron White shit. Like, he could definitely
Yeah,
lean
but that's
in.
too close.
Why?
Because he looks exactly like, kind of like, I mean, not exactly like.
No, he doesn't look really anything like him, but he just has the old face and the white hair. And now we're not talking about Marvy. Marvy!
We're back. We're back tomorrow.
I feel like I might have another question.
Okay.
But before I get to that, I have to allow Eric the opportunity to talk to you, too.
Hey, man.
What's going on, buddy?
Dude, so I do want to talk about how we first met because it was super fucking
Back pages?
It was super fucking gay of me. Dude. I'll say it. It was super gay. I met him at the
you glaze him?
No. I saw
No, he
him on the
slimed me.
poster. I saw him on the poster, the flyer. Anyhow, so I walked up to him at the Nook, our favorite place to do comedy, and you were sitting enjoying a nice meal by yourself, and I said, "Hey, Jason, I'm Eric," and I like shook your hand, and you literally,
Like Dora the Explorer.
literally,
Making it to the end of the map. Hey!
I felt like Billy
So-
Bob Thornton in Bad Santa. I'm trying to eat my fucking lunch.
yeah, literally. He goes, all right, no fans, get the fuck out of here. And then
Damn, you hit
Autographs
him with
after the
that,
show.
bro.
he said, no fans, get the fuck out of here, but he knew that I was on the show, so he was fucking with me the whole time, which is even
Did
better.
I really say that?
Yeah, no. And then you go, I'm sorry. And like, you literally shook my hand and be like, I'm just kidding. I was just like, hey, nice to meet you. And he was very nice. He was very nice ever since. Ever since, guys. I mean, besides all like the midget joke, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, you better chill. This is Western Mass Red Band over here.
Well,
What?
I
Fucking pervert.
thought that was right.
I'm not a perv.
So, well, no,
No, you're really not. You're just a fucking.
I told you guys last night, like when
You
when I first got into comedy, you know, there was a guy that was running open mics. He was older. He thought like, you know, oh well, this is where I'm going to learn from, and this is where I'm going to try to make a connection. And that person worked really hard to purposely try to exclude me from the comedy
Yeah.
scene. So when I started, you know, getting a little bit of like momentum and meeting people and doing things, I told myself that I was never going to treat a new comic the way that asshole treated me. So, you know, whether good or bad, usually anytime a comic comes up and, you know, talks to me, you know, I try to be gracious and, you know, accommodating.
But also,
You know.
you give
I mean,
people...
unless it's Jazz Man.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Fucking love Jazz. Shout out to Jazz Man. Love Jazz Man.
Well, I've
You're
also...
the first. You're the first. That's a move.
Listen.
That's
listen.
a fuck.
Listen. Jasmine is a bitter pill to swallow, and unfortunately, that pill is Valtrex. But you cannot deny that he's a hell of a nice guy. And, you know, he gets on stage and he gets
Dude.
some laughs now. So, you know, it's one of those things where you watch a comic grow. You know, I've watched you two grow. It just took him 7 times longer.
I'm Donald Trump. And
If you're insinuating that he's where we're at, then, brother. But anyway,
No, he's with a woman right now.
the only
you
thing-
can see the way you interact with comics. If they're good, they're talented. You see the talent, but I've also seen you do the opposite, which is really fucking awesome. You appreciate the non-talented just as hard. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't talk to him. Be like, literally, that's what he says. He goes,
He's
I
lying
don't
like
talk
a
to him.
motherfucker
I
right
don't
now.
talk
For
to
as
him.
long as I've been doing this, I've realized that I don't have to like everyone.
Yeah.
There are some bullshit people, tourists in the comic scene, where maybe it's going to take me a little longer to get to know them because I just
I can name like 2, 3
I'm all
off the top of
friended
my
up.
head.
I
Yeah.
got enough-
Yeah,
I
I'm
got
all
enough-
friended up.
How do
I
you
got a fucking
feel?
people
How
that
do
I
you
know.
feel when you see somebody do a joke on stage that you've seen on social media?
well, this happened recently.
Yes, it did.
Doesn't it happen?
A comic came through, and I don't think they had enough prepared material, and they started to go through a Gary Goldman bit. And if you don't know who Gary Goldman is, he's a funny Boston comedian. He's been on Conan O'Brien, performed a bit, you know, about the abbreviations of the states. And this guy got on stage and started doing that bit. And I looked at him and was like, "Are you doing Gary Goldman's material right now?" And he thought it'd be cute. He goes, "Gary
that?"
Coleman?" I was like, "You know exactly what the fuck you're doing. That's not what this place is for. You're not supposed to go to an open mic.
I called
and
somebody
do
out recently too.
Somebody else's material. You're supposed to be writing your own
An
fucking
open
material."
mic is wild.
I called somebody out on the material, and we haven't seen him since.
Who was
Have
that?
we? Have we seen that guy since? No, we haven't. Have we? I don't think we have.
Oh, yeah, and there was
Guy
also,
came into a mic and literally, so that day, or no, 2 days
I don't know
before.
which one because you've done it
2
several
days
times.
before, Matt and Shane's secret podcast came out.
Yeah.
Matt and Shane spend 45 to an hour
I listened to them.
writing, doing a bit on a specific topic, just talking about it.
No, I know who's talking.
Probably
This
know the
guy,
episode.
this guy comes onto the stage, and almost every one of their punchlines, he sets up the premise, and then just runs their punchlines in the fucking ground. I'm looking at him. I literally pull up the episode. I'm like, bro, this is literally
This week.
this episode.
Yeah, it sucks.
Just from a couple days ago. So he's over at the bar, and I walk up. I'm like,
Someone I know?
I don't think so.
He's a
Newer
newer
guy.
guy.
And I walk up to him. I'm like, oh, you like Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast too? He goes, oh, I don't really listen to podcasts, man. And I'm like, oh, really? Because what you just did is what this entire episode is. I showed it to him. He goes, oh, yeah, no, I do listen, but like I didn't see this one yet.
There is sometimes
Really?
parallel
Overlap,
thinking.
yeah.
Whole story
Premises.
flips.
You and I have jokes that are
Yeah.
run a similar premise. Sometimes, listen, if you put 100 comics in the room and say, listen, I want you to write a joke about RFK, you know, you're going to get a couple of people that dance a very similar line, okay? But when you're doing somebody else's material verbatim, you know, and
Ours is
listen,
more
it's hard not to get inspired when you're listening to a podcast with an ensemble. I listen to Legion of Skanks all the time, and I was like, listen, there's some really funny stuff there.
Yeah.
And my brain starts going in directions, and then sooner or later, someone says the punchline that I was thinking. I was like, you know what? That's not for me.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, you even pulled me aside. You're like, "Hey, I have a similar joke, just like but I've heard that joke before, and it was just all wordplay." And I was like, "Yeah, it is similar." But you're like, "But I'll allow it," and that's what I appreciate about you. But you're like, "Oh, because it's a different premise."
Well, we've also been in the same room where you're on before me.
Yeah.
As it should be. And I knew you were going to do that material, so I purposely did not do
didn't
that
do
material.
your
So that's, and it is wordplay. You
Yeah.
know, it's a name game kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's not the same joke,
No.
and that's why I don't have a problem with it. But
have
it's
you
a-
ever
it's a
had
tech-
anyone
it's a technique.
actually rip your joke?
I've never had anyone rip my joke.
Word for
I've watched people's specials, and I've seen material that's way too close to something that I've been working on for a few months. And whether I've been doing it for a month or 2 years, this person has it out on a media forum, so now I got to write new material. But guess what? That's what you should be fucking doing anyways.
Yeah.
Write new material. All the
You know,
time.
you want to know how I know I'm retarded? So when I was doing podcasting, when I first started about 5 years ago, I've been listening to Rogan for years, right? And Rogan, Joe Rogan, we've been listening to him for. Thanks.
I made him snort. All right. I'll give you 100.
I'm a snorer.
So I was listening. I've been listening to him for years at this point. But anyway, I had noticed the things that I was talking about on my pod. Days later, he was having the same conversation. And it wasn't like, this was before he was infamous for fucking repeating the same conversation. You know what I mean? I'm talking 5 years ago when the stuff he was saying was still like hitting people and
I
meant
listened to him
something.
for many years.
Yeah. So like, dude, it had gotten to the point to where we could go back to my old episodes, right? And I'm literally, Rogan is watching this. Like, what the fuck? Not literally, but I'm like, me and him are so on like the same fucking wavelength. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why I just thought about that, but parallel thinking. You know what I mean? And that kind of scares me because now everyone says he's not funny. And I'm like, fuck.
Well, if
Yeah.
something happens in the news and you start thinking about it, and of course everyone else across America is thinking about it as well, and they all have their own media sources, like who gets to it first. I've seen other big comedians all do kind of the same joke. I mean, I watched a special of Dimitri Martin's, and he had a joke that was similar to something I did. Well, he's on fucking Netflix, so I guess I don't do that joke anymore.
Yeah.
Freaking Karen Feehan touched on, like, those freaking conjoined twins, those freak bitches.
I used to run a joke about them too.
It's it's one of those things where like all conjoined twins should be they thems, and I've been doing that for years. But she has a special that comes out 6 months ago. But then again, she's the one with the special, not me.
Yeah.
More people are going to see that.
Can you elaborate on that? All conjoined twins should be they thems.
Their
I want to
pronouns
know
should be
about
they
that.
thems.
There are multiple people.
They are multiple people within a body,
Well, here's the
but
thing.
it's still one body.
If you look at the Hensel twins, Abby and Brittany Hensel, they, two heads on one torso. There's two stomachs, a set of lungs, one intestine, one vagina, one butthole.
Yep.
But
okay.
two heads, two brains, two consciousnesses, two social security numbers. They can only do one job, but you know they want 2 paychecks. Typical fucking woman wanting more than any fucking.
That's all right.
Equal work for, even on double time. It's like
I see what
listen,
you did there.
Listen, it's not her and 2 dudes at Five Guys.
fool.
You know what I mean? It's
fool.
this math doesn't math.
I thought for a second we were gonna have an actual topic.
No,
Like,
yeah,
actually-
no, it's a good joke.
That's a great
fucking-
joke.
No. But
you-
Karen Feehan has a joke about all conjoined twins should be the pronoun should be they thems, and that was just a one-liner for me. Usually when you get a group of people in a room, you can't get them all to agree on one thing, except for this.
No.
All conjoined twins, their pronoun should be they thems, and from that I worked on tagging it and turning it into a bit. I found out that the one on the left controls the left arm and the right leg, or the left arm and left leg. The one on the right controls the right arm and the right leg. So to walk, they literally have to go, all right, on 3, left, right.
Like
left,
they're running the Megazord for the Power Rangers.
Yeah, it's literally what they have to do.
Fucking Zordon.
But I'll tell you what.
dude.
But I'll tell you what. I went to Wikipedia. I got a whole bunch of information about them. I wrote material about them, and guess what? So did 5,000 other comics across America. And you're gonna run.
I just
into
wrote a
so
new
much
bit right there.
No, you didn't. Did you not hear what Marby just
No,
said?
I got it. I
You
got
did
it.
not write a new bit.
I got
I
it.
talk about how if one gives up, they just kind of walk in a circle like one
Oh,
of the
yeah.
Three Stooges.
Damn it. Damn it.
Sometimes I try to think, but nothing happens.
I feel like my glasses need to be on.
You faded,
insane.
bro.
Yeah, you faded, but
I'm faded. Do y'all hear what the fuck is happening here?
we're fucking.
Those are Damien's
fucking
5D
Zordon,
glasses.
yeah.
It's just 3D glasses with 2 dicks.
I did have a joke to say, but I forgot it.
Well, this is a perfect place to
I
run
fucking
material.
hate these glasses.
It was. I forgot it.
I don't like wearing them.
Forgot it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude,
Onward.
that was
great.
Thank you for
That was great. That was
Thank
great.
you so much. How do you feel about midgets?
I'm back.
I would love to fuck a midget,
Would you?
preferably female. No, listen. So I just went through something where I do a lot of dating. I do.
Shit's getting real now,
And
dude. Look at them fucking sleeves going on.
I dated a woman for 3
I hope
weeks.
you're getting.
I'm
zoomed
surprised he
in.
doesn't have a forearm tattoo. Anyone else not? It's like
No, those are ouchy. They hurt.
those are ouchie. That's hilarious.
I got one on my leg. I had to call my mom.
Those are ouchie. You have a bunch of ouchies, man.
Bro, ouchie?
You have a bunch of ouchies.
It's literally my I can't do drugs anymore. That's the only way I separate.
I know, but I keep all my feelings on my dermis. So
It's epidermis.
epididymis.
Epidermis.
That's on your dick. I know that. I know that.
You do. Your dick does have an epidermis. Yes.
Epididymis.
All right. I
What's
lost
an
the point I was
epididymis?
gonna-
What?
We're having an
Epidemic.
epididymis epidemic. There's too much dick in this room.
Too much dick.
Epidemic. Yo, that sounds like epidemic sounds like a hardcore.
You just murdered
gent
two
band.
Dude, we
different
need a
words.
mic on buttons there.
Epididymis?
We
What?
need a mic on buttons to catch his laughter because I feel like he's like from the Tom Green show. He's like Phil, the guy that just sat in the
Epididymis
window and laughed at
epidemic.
You got
Dude,
it. That was
you ever
good.
heard of the band Infant Annihilator?
everyone. Yeah.
Okay.
They're
Epididymis.
touring with coat hanger abortion right now.
No, you're not wrong. He's not joking.
Yeah. No, he was joking, but that was.
No, I'm not. Those are 2 bands. I listen to metal.
It is. Yeah, dude. What are you fucking new?
What?
What are you
You know, I
new,
keep
bro?
looking at that bong and thinking it's one of those tentacle dildos.
No, that's a real bong, and it's named Poseidon. It's great that you thought
Kiss of
tentacle.
Poseidon?
That you thought tentacle is C, and it's
Do you know what the kiss of Poseidon is?
What is it? Tell
That's
me.
when you take a shit and the water splashes and touches your butthole.
Oh, it's the worst in a sandy can, dude.
Oh my god.
A sandy can?
Yeah.
It's like
What is everyone? What do you
It's like
guys
the
call
toilet
it?
saying
What do
your
you
next
call it?
wipe
What do
is
you
gonna
call
be
it?
It's a porta john.
Porta John.
porta potty? No, it's
Yes.
like it's like
For
the toilet
real.
saying no matter what.
Hold
your
on.
next
What do you
wife's gonna be
call
a
it?
wet wipe.
What do you call it?
What? A
Sandy can, Porta John,
porta potty.
Porta potty.
potty,
That one's
yep.
acceptable. Buttons. What
Remote
do you
fuck
call it?
shack. A portable fuck shack.
There you go.
Festival fuck butt.
You call it a sandy can too. Okay, cool. It's awesome. I'm not alone in this. Thank you, brother.
I wish His nickname was Buttons because he has more than one belly button.
Oh man, if he had like 3, like
No,
Kyle
dude.
XYZ.
He's got 2
Guys,
moms.
No one's supposed to know
One's a trans-
we're harboring an
trans-
Anunnaki. Shut the fuck up. No one's supposed to know we're harboring an Anunnaki.
What?
Anunnaki.
Careful with those. What?
Is that some anime bullshit? I don't know.
Are you fucking serious, bro? The Anunnaki?
There you go.
Really don't know what this
That
is?
sounds better.
Let me try.
That sounds better.
All right, let me hold on. Now I gotta bring him in on it. The Anunnaki, all right, are an ancient race.
Oh yeah, we talked about this last time. Move on.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Oh yeah. They're an ancient race of aliens. Okay.
Eric, just on both your hands. How many fingers? How many times have you told this before? Go ahead.
Have you listened to this before?
I'm
Well,
not-
because I said it on stage, but that's the joke is just the premise.
I'm old and I have bad memory. But go ahead, Anunnaki.
No, you definitely remember this.
need to tell you.
It was his first joke.
It's fine. I won't tell you now.
It was your first joke ever.
Don't be like that.
It's not a. I'm not even trying to tell you the joke. I was just going to tell you about the Anunnaki.
I don't know who the Anunnaki is.
Okay, so it's an actual theory. Like a lot of people theorize that this is a true thing. A lot of people believe them to be real. Even the CIA does have documents about them. The Anunnaki is a group of aliens, okay, that travel around planet X, or Nibiru is another name for it. We've seen it come a few years ago. Is this big cigar-looking thing traveling through space, and they called it a Muamua. All right, that's what NASA titled it.
Moana 2.
No.
He liked that a little bit.
So a Muamua, right? They think is the shuttle for the Anunnaki, and this also coincides with the reason why we're seeing a lot of UFOs right now, UAPs as they call them. So
I haven't seen any more than usual.
right, but there's a lot of sightings, especially
Seen two.
recently, and of course it
You've seen
coincides
two.
with the nuclear usage. But the Anunnaki are this race of aliens who lost their ability to procreate. Okay, so a long time ago.
You're an Anunnaki?
Yeah, dude.
No,
Fuck,
listen.
I knew that was coming.
A long time ago, they come to Earth, right, to get its materials, mainly gold.
Mainly
And
pussy.
through that, they genetically modified apes, and turned apes into what we
Rappers.
have now as rappers. Yes. What? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
What?
They
Enki.
needed gold for their atmosphere.
Yeah.
Created us because
They needed us to harvest the
their
gold.
middle class didn't want to go down.
And
to
how did they
the
create
slave
us?
work. They used the mother
Uh huh.
and they used
Okay.
us.
He's not wrong. I'm just describing it to him. I'm
Yeah.
summarizing.
They made a zygote.
I'm summarizing for
Because
the
when
layman.
You make a mule, the mule
He's not a
can
layman.
reproduce.
I'm so sorry. Listen.
The mule can't
You've got
reproduce,
my
they made a
attention.
zygote.
All right.
Continue.
They made a zygote.
He stroked my hand. he
They
stroked my
ones they
hand.
made couldn't breathe.
I actually,
So,
well, I had the 2
like
up
the-
here
the
because that's how
idea-
many UFOs you've seen.
It's like the idea of terraforming, right?
We'll
Have you
get
ever
back
heard
to
of
that.
that?
Not the
Like
same
we-
thing as tarot cards.
So in the idea of terraforming, like we came from Mars, right?
I'm getting
Mars
pretty good at
was-
throwing.
And men are from Venus.
Mars is the original planet for humans, and now we're here on Earth because the everything's expanding out, and we need to get closer to the sun. So they figured this out a long fucking time ago. That's why there's pyramids on Mars that also directly point at pyramids here. It's a whole nother thing. The Anunnaki, right, have been here the whole time, kind of just pushing everything into a certain direction. When things get to that breaking point, the reason why nothing ever happens when it really comes to it is because they're not going to let it. You know what I mean? It's either they live underground or they're around us all the time. I kind of think it's both, and they're out there.
They're an extraterrestrial Illuminati.
Yeah.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
That scared him, and both made him laugh.
Like, that motherfucker better not be here. I got my brass knuckles.
That was funny as hell. He goes,
If anyone deserves 5 to the kisser, it's him.
oh, man.
Have you ever thought about it though? Like,
Hitting him, yeah.
what's gold worth? Like, what does it actually do as a material?
It's not worth anything to me, and I feel like we could put it to better use being a conductor and,
Reflector.
What are you going to reflect with it?
Sun.
Okay.
And what is
Homosexual
the number one? What's the number one source of energy to a human?
The sun.
Calories.
The sun.
No, the moon is blue cheese. The sun is lemonade.
There are people. Hold on.
Calories. That's a
It's literally the
unit
sun,
of
hold
energy.
On, hold on. No. Listen. There are a monk, right, who can go and exist for a year, right, without eating a fucking thing.
Bullshit. He's sneaking
That's-
cookies.
No, that's he's sneaking cookies. No, there are actual people
He's
who can do
sneaking
this.
cookies, and you know it.
That's bullshit. They are drinking water and they
Enrique?
are absorbing the sun. They are using
thank you, though.
they are using oxygen because what are we? What are we?
Carbon-based life forms.
What does carbon need? Oxygen.
Cookies.
We need oxygen. The food and everything, all this
Stop
extra
saying
shit.
cookies if you don't have any, asshole.
All this extra shit is truly slowing the body down. So when you can get all these things out of the way, I mean, you're just a conscious fucking field of energy, man. And there's nothing holding you back, so it's irradiating out of you. Like, why do you think Snow White, the birds, would come to her? You know what I mean? Look at the bitch. She was
LSD.
dead. She was literally dead. Her body was gone. You know what I mean? The whole theory is Snow White. She was dead the whole time.
Necromancers.
She didn't have a body. That's why the animals loved her so much. She was just that energy.
Okay, new Snow White.
I've had a lot of drugs today.
The new Snow White.
Yeah, that's it.
Be like water. It's Bruce Lee.
Exactly, dude. Everything.
You can do Asian
everything
accents
comes
now.
back to water.
We all do an Asian accent.
What's the first death in the movie Interstellar on the water planet?
Was there a black guy in Interstellar?
Yes.
Did he die first?
No, it was the white guy. He was a doctor. The black guy stayed back and actually aged a long time and learned a lot about the black hole.
you
If
turn
anyone's
out-
going to do it, it should be him because black don't crack.
I was literally getting there. I was getting there. I didn't say
I'm
it.
the star tonight.
I didn't
you
say
know?
it.
Don't step on my this.
You gotta let him have it. You gotta let him have it. You gotta let him have it. Look at that fucking stack already.
He's getting there.
We're going to get these hoes later.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's your? Are you into comics or
what's your-
anything like
what's-
that? Like,
what-
what's your favorite fucking like pop culture gritty shit? You know what I mean?
I am not a comic book guy. That was
Okay.
not my thing. The closest I came to it was like just maybe.
Pornhub, Playboy. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I did have a Playboy subscription. My mother got me a Playboy subscription when I was 16 years old.
That's
it
not-
was,
Because I
That's-
think they were afraid I was gay.
Really?
it was a quinceanera gift.
Let's see if this little faggot has any reactions to airbrush pussy.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve
Airbrush
this message.
It's my favorite kind.
Lot of Bush in the late 90s.
For sure.
And early 90s, too.
It's helped me out in my 40s.
Nah, Hustler was the way to go, dude. Like they had the pink.
That was the best
Whoa.
thing for 15-year-old boys.
They did have the pink.
It was a lot of pink.
Yeah.
Penny. A lot of pennies.
Did you ever like discover the videotape
Yeah.
without a label on it?
Yep.
Dude.
It had a label on it. I don't
Did it?
remember what it said, but it had a label.
40s or
was- it was
14th
used.
wedding anniversary.
If I had a nickel for every time I jacked off in my parents' living room,
Summer of 96 at the beach.
I had some homemade pornos. Do you know what I had it on? A tape labeled "The Tom Green Show." I used to tape it off of. Used to tape it off of MTV.
Your son is the
Like
biggest
four-
Tom
no,
Green
no, it's
fan.
Like in episode 4, it just breaks into me like eating my ex's pussy.
Dude, Tom Green's a fucking legend. Hell yeah.
It was like with that old Sony night vision, so everything was like green and looked like freaking the Blair Witch
Paris
Project,
Hilton.
except it was the, you know.
Holy shit. Those were
Dude. The Blair Witch Project.
Do you, remember,
crazy to
do you
say.
remember what the big deal about those Sony handycams were? If you used
They were called handy cams.
If you used the night vision during the daytime and you were walking behind a woman that had like dark pants and light panties
could
on,
see through 'em.
it would exemplify the light that's reflected off of those light panties underneath the pants and it would turn into X-ray
I'm
vision.
Donald Trump, and I approve.
It was
this
like a
message.
real thing.
What
it was like a real
fucking
thing.
pervert went through the science to figure that out?
This one.
This guy.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve. This
No one's
message.
ever going to accuse me of being gay. I have done the worst shit for pussy. I've bought dinners. I've given out compliments. I've hung out with children that weren't mine.
Whoa!
Well, I mean, I do that every day.
Whoa!
I do that every day, anyways.
Slow it down there, buddy guy. Slow the fuck down.
I just vibe with that, man. I've done all that as well.
That's crazy because I literally. No, this is gonna sound
some woman's
crazy.
nerdy little kid. Like I dated this woman who said, "Lucas, what kind of potential does a
Literally never
Lucas
done
have?"
anything for pussy. Dude.
I had to keep Kleenex in my fucking sleeve like an old
But I
lady
don't
because
do
this kid was
shit.
just allergic to everything.
The most I do for pussy
Lucas.
is like ignore battles.
Lucas, your mom
Like,
squirts. Do you know that?
Pick and choose wars. You know what I mean? The most I've ever done for pussy is like pick and choose a war. You know what I mean? Like it's been a while. If I just got it, I'll fight with you for a couple weeks. If it's been a while, I might kiss your ass a little bit. I might say, all right, baby, let's just take a chill pill. I might take a berating. You know what I mean? Just, but bro, if we fresh off the cylinder, bro,
Are you taking
I'm mean
more
as,
of the beating?
I'm mean as fuck. is
Derek,
what I'm-
what have
you're-
you done for pussy besides
I'm
go to
saying, I get
oncology
mean. I don't give a
appointments?
fuck. What you gonna do to me? I just got pussy. What? Wait, what'd you say? I missed it.
he did a great joke, and I hope he used it at the roast.
What was it? I missed it.
You want to say it again?
I asked Eric, what has he done for pussy besides sitting in an oncology office or something?
The psychology office.
No.
Oncology,
Oncology?
cancer.
Yeah.
That's
Did
funny.
you? Did
That's
you go
funny.
there?
That's
No, you
funny.
didn't.
Well, I also dated an oncologist nurse before, so if we had a threesome, we could solve this fucking problem.
Have you used that?
What? No, I just made it up right here.
That was good. Proud of you, buddy.
I dated a girl with leukemia. I've dated an oncology nurse, so I'm on both ends of the spectrum.
I've seen
If I get a threesome with them,
how
that's
hard they
that's why
both
you
work.
workshop a joke like that.
I've seen how hard they work.
Can we take his buttons away?
No, he's got them.
What is
all
a man
back
without
there.
his buttons?
He's
It's a lot better than his mouth.
You can tell. You can tell
You are
Joe.
fake news.
You can tell Joe has young children because of how stretched out the neck on his shirt is.
Every shirt's a V-neck.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this.
Dude,
message.
that neck's stretched out because he's had it since he was 12.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he never takes his
I'm
hat
Donald
off when he takes his
Trump,
shirt.
and I approve this
He's
message.
never grown.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
He remembers being 12 and everyone telling him he's a big boy, and he just stayed that way.
I'm a big boy.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
I'm a big boy. He says it in the mirror before he comes to the podcast. I'm a big boy.
He still gets a lollipop when he leaves the bank.
He still gets a piece of cheese at the deli.
I approve this message. I'm Donald Trump.
I want a slice of cheese.
I do all of this. You're accurate, 100%.
I love getting a slice of cheese at the deli. Yeah,
It's the best, dude.
you try out the cheese.
BJ
I gotta
used
know
to
if
do
that block's good.
Going to Costco? Going to Costco?
It's the only place you get to test thickness. Without getting, or I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you get. Oh God, no! You did not.
Donald Trump.
You did not go for that. Just
I tried. It's gross. We're having
It's
gross,
fine.
gross thoughts.
Red pill, blue pill. Thick, longer. Which one do you take?
Inches. I need inches.
Wait, if it's longer, do you still have to take the whole thing? Can you still take the same amount?
jaw. It
You
hurts
want
my
half
jaw.
of each pill?
No. I'm saying like if I
gonna
take
hurt
the
my
long
jaw
one, is
regardless.
it going the whole way, or does it go the same distance as the short one, as the thick one?
You get an inch in either direction. An inch longer, an inch in circumference.
Whoa! An inch in
I'm taking
circumference
the
is
inch
crazy.
longer. I'm taking the
It's
inch.
not diameter, it's not diameter,
I'm taking
it's
the inch
circumference.
long.
Listen,
you mean
listen.
you're the
Look
inch,
at this,
the
look at
inch in
this.
thick
An
thickness.
inch longer.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
Yeah, but it's only going an inch in. I'm taking the long one. That's thinner than the thick one. That means I'm barely open. I shit all the time like that. That's nothing. What?
You ever take a shit and look at it and like, bow. There's dicks smaller than that. You ever take a shit and look at it like there's
Yeah.
dicks smaller than that?
Yeah, I have. For sure.
You shitting pin needles?
So what's just stopping us from having a gay orgy right
No,
now?
dude. How small is your dick? What are you talking about? We're talking about shitting a fucking turd like this and being like, yeah, that's definitely bigger than a dick.
Yep.
Like, it'd totally take a dick if I shit that out. We've
could
never
I
had that
start?
thought.
I mean, yeah, but I wouldn't think like that.
But you did because you had that thought.
No,
so.
I just had that thought because you guys brought it up. Hit it
Don't
again.
bring me into this.
You're the one who said it. But
The
no, if it's
mastermind.
a thin one and it's only going an inch in, if I had to, gun to my head. All right.
You are fake news.
You changed this conversation a little, but that's cool. We'll roll
What
with
the
it.
fuck were you talking about?
You was talking about trying to make your dick. You would.
Were you actually talking about pills? Like if we just ate pills?
Like Matrix, blue and red.
Yeah.
One is an inch longer, one is an inch more in circumference.
Okay, but
an
what
inch
are
more
you-
in circumference is
What
crazy.
are you suggesting? Like what's an inch longer?
We could all
or-
use a little help. Listen, there's no argument about what an inch is. An inch is an inch.
Right, but an inch of what? Because I assume.
An
Dick.
inch of cock?
Okay, that's what I thought. That's okay. so we're
Yeah,
on the
that's
same
what we all
fucking page.
thought.
I'm going girth.
That's what I'm saying.
You
too.
want to be gaped
I'm
an
girth.
inch
I'm
deep?
girth.
You would rather a shotgun shell than a sniper bullet that just.
No, thicker. Just a little bit thicker.
Wait a minute. I would much. All right, let's think about a bullet.
Typically, I could
No, no,
touch
no.
bottom. I don't need help with that.
Let's think about a bullet. Let's think about a bullet.
That
A
was
22. A
I
22.
just broke up with a high dive, though.
Nice.
It was 8 foot in her pool.
Got me.
Oh.
Oh, shots fired.
Lovely woman. Really, really nice, but we just didn't match up sexually.
It didn't make it. It's mine.
If you didn't throw like a girl, Jesus.
He threw it like a softball. That was fun.
You make a paper airplane out of it?
I'll throw it right at your nose.
Bet you missed.
I'm gonna throw it right at your nose, boy.
Yeah, no. I think
my
I'd
first-
definitely take the.
My first assault.
Give me the roundabout.
Huh?
Give me the roundabout. I'll take the roundabout. A little
Yeah.
puff the magic dragon, just blow it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you don't need a foot long fucking. I'm not.
You don't.
Yeah, you don't
Why are
need.
you still on this conversation?
Because that's what we were talking
You're
about.
supposed to move it on as the host.
Yeah, I mean, do you want me to start asking you guys questions?
No.
Well, hold on. So let me ask you guys. So you're 20, what'd you say, 12 days away from your, 22 days away from your 1 year anniversary?
Yes, sir.
And you're about a year and a half, right?
Yeah, maybe give or take a little. Yeah, we'll say a year.
Buttons, how long have you been in comedy?
2.
Nobody fucking asked you!
Pay him. Pay him.
Look at
Pay
that.
him.
Looks like
Yeah, pay him.
that's the worst fucking paper airplane I've
I,
ever seen in my
I
life.
didn't finish it. Give me that back.
That's not aerodynamic at all. You fucking just made a
That
plow.
airplane has Down
A
syndrome.
plow. Yeah, it's got a pug face.
Anyways, so now that you've been in the scene for the amount of time that you've been in the scene for, how do you feel like from when you started to how you're received now?
Funny wise, like
Well, and listen,
Creativity-wise?
Well, so I've watched you both. You both have had growth. Even you, Buttons, over there. And I'm so glad we've got Buttons because sometimes I forget your first name. I can't forget your last name because I fucked a girl with it.
It's probably relative. It's probably relative.
She had the same mustache.
nice.
It's definitely irrelevant.
nice.
Mustache is good.
So no, you guys have been going to mics. I've watched you regularly. You've grown. You've been able to stitch things together. One-liners have become bits.
Bits.
You know, you're tagging things that looked one way 4 weeks later look differently, sound differently. So with the growth that you guys have experienced, how do you feel like about, just the process? Do you feel like you know more, you've learned more? Listen, I think I've got more to learn. Obviously, you guys have got more to learn.
Well, I think one of the things that you taught me was it's a muscle. Muscle memory is a thing. Like, you can take a week off. Yeah, that fucking shit's going to be sore the next day. You know what I'm talking about? It's not going to be the same set. But it also teaches you something. So the more you operate, the more you get out there, pop on a mic, work that joke out. You come up with tags on stage. You come up with tags sitting in the back talking shit with your friends. You come up with tags that joke you gave me. I still use. You know what I'm talking about? The
Yeah. You know, with great responsibility.
Yeah.
The fucking Down syndrome Spider-Man. No, but that's the thing. It's like, you know.
I will. That is Jason Marby's. I will say.
No. That's one of those things where it's like when you're spitballing with other people, you don't even have to ever say, "Hey, can I use that?"
Yeah.
If it's in conversation, it's not my joke. It's not something I'm going to take on stage. It's, you know, something that we were talking about with you. And if you think it's funny, please use it.
Yeah.
You know, please use it.
Yeah.
Because sooner or later we're going to be talking and something that I'm going to want to use. You know, I've got jokes that are different than the way I told them 2 years ago. You know, I may have the same premise that I hit from a different direction. Sometimes I like, this is really funny, but it's not working on stage. You know, instead of running it through the anxiety filter, why don't we run it through the excited filter? I'm happy for this. Instead of being, I'm worried that things are going this way. I'm glad things are going this way. Why am I glad things are going this way? Jokes change. Jokes evolve. You know, that we were just talking about the Hensel twins, you know, conjoined twins. For me, that was a one-liner that, you know, I used to get on stage. When I find the best thing to do is, like, when you're on an open mic or even a show, get the first laugh as quickly as you can. Whether it's making a statement that's not heard of very often, or why is it that, and then you say something that's going to make everybody laugh because it's, you know, they relate to it or they wonder why it's that way as well. Get that out quickly. And I've had those things turn into bits by tagging them over time. Videos, audio recordings, watching yourself.
Huge.
It can be cringy. It can be cringy. I had a bad set that night. Good. Watch the bad sets because you can sit there and go, this is what I should have said. Or, you know, it's like one of those things when you're arguing with someone, you walk away in like 3 minutes, you're like, oh, I should have said this. Do the same thing to your fucking comedy.
Yeah.
This is what I should have said. You know, and that's how you write, rewrite, evolve. You know, sometimes people go up on stage with a joke and like, oh, good, it worked that time. I don't have to do it again until I need it for a set or a show. I don't know. I mean, I go up to open mics with new material a lot, but I'll go to open mics, you know, in the same week. Like after this, I don't know if you guys are going to go to anything. I'm probably going to go to something. Yeah. I'm going to tell a joke tonight, then I'm going to tell a joke, the same thing again on Thursday. Yeah. You know, because it's two different crowds, but it's repetitions. That's the only way you get something good is repetitions. We live in an area where we do have multiple mics weekly, but it's not like New York City where you can go do 4 mics a night, 5 days a week. You know, that's the kind of repetition.
It'd be really cool to have something like that around here. Like every night's comedy. Every night is comedy.
I mean, sometimes you can double dip if you don't mind where you land on the list.
Yeah.
You know, I need to get in and out early, so sometimes doing a 7 p.m. mic and then going to an 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. mic doesn't work for me.
Yeah, and then you got to bounce freaking an hour back. It's fucking hard too.
Yeah.
Trucking, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, responsibilities, having a job. If you're going to try to make it as a comedian and do, you know, 20 mics a week in the city or whatever, you still need to pay your bills.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's crazy too. Just even like I'm relatively new to the scene, but I've already seen comedians drop off. Like,
it happens. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean it's okay, but also,
how many should drop off and you haven't seen them do it
yet? yeah. There's that too. But I mean, at the same time, I'd like to see them come back because they were funny. You know what I mean? There's plenty of people that I saw at the Nook when I first started out that I was just like, this guy's hilarious. This guy's hilarious, and you never see him again. And at the same time.
Yeah, Jeff DeCaro, where are you? Fucking love you, buddy. You don't have the sobriety thing under handle yet? Come on.
Damn, we missed him out there. Fucking.
Oh, shots fired!
One whole fan.
Yep.
One whole fan, buddy.
Yep. There's 100 for your buddy's gas to AA.
It's crazy because
I love Jeff. I miss that dude.
Yeah, he's got a stack again. He's got a stack again. He's got a stack again, and he didn't have to send one single heart out to anybody.
He did though.
He sent one. He sent one.
What? No, he didn't.
No,
Yeah, he did.
We love you though, man. It's always a good time. I learned some more shit just now. What'd you learn?
I mean, he teaches me every time. So every time we do an open mic, Jason is the first one to be like, "Hey, great fucking set," in the DMs. Great fucking set, or hey, you
I've never
needed
got
to
one
work
of
on
those
this.
from you. That's fucked up.
It's different.
Why? Why is it different?
I just
I
assumed
pay
he
him.
would tell you.
I pay him to say it. I pay him to say it.
It's funny. It's all
You
right.
are fake news.
Yeah, Damien does this thing every I want to say once a month. He goes, "You don't think I'm funny," and I fucking hate it.
You are fake
There's
news.
two things. There's two things that Damien does that I fucking hate. And I go, "Hey, I'm gonna go. I gotta go have a couple drinks with my mom."
And lots of teeth.
No.
He goes, I'm gonna go have a couple drinks with my mom over at the country club next door. And he goes, all right, well, give her a kiss on the mouth for me. And
I
go,
say give her a kiss on the
Now you
lips
got
for
to.
me.
I was like,
Now you
fucking
got to.
hate that. I fucking hate that.
Give her,
dude.
all right, man.
And then-
give her a kiss on the lips for me.
And
That's
then-
how it-
And
You are
literally,
fake news.
we'll be on the phone. I'll be like, all right, dude, see ya. I'm like, done.
Why the fuck you lying?
All right, dude, fucking see you. And then he does this thing once a month where he's just like, you don't think I'm funny. And he's just, he's like a fucking girlfriend. I'm like, dude, you're funny.
Dude,
I was
no.
like, what are you talking
That's
about?
needing validation. It's normal. It's very good. You need validation. I need validation.
Well, it's not like I get any from you. What the fuck? Jesus.
I haven't seen you in months.
You know what's hilarious though? You know what's fucking hilarious? It's so funny. So his show, I walk in, Nick Kelly, a great friend.
You got a
who-
show?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he put together a phenomenal show.
I haven't booked on it.
It was yeah. So anyhow, we're doing the show. I fucking crush, absolutely crush. Fucking, he's like, oh, you had him in the first half. What? I'm like, dude, what? He's like, no, you did all right, man.
That's like how I treat
I'm
women.
just like-
You can't give them too much.
And then
Can't
hold
give
on,
him too
but hold
much.
on. Then he goes, hey man, when you gonna let
And I
me?
approve this message.
He goes, hey man, when you gonna let me come do the pod again? It's like,
Does he compare you to other comedians that
No.
he used to?
what is this?
That's all right. That's all right.
What's
a
happening?
good
I'm
bit.
getting like casted already. I'm getting typecasted already. I see it happening. No, that's the podcaster. I see it. I get it.
What type would you
I'm gonna
be
go.
casted
I'm gonna
as?
go through the same fucking struggles as Brendan Schaub.
Well, there's a difference. You're actually funny.
That's a good rebuttal. I like that.
I mean, are there any other Kalins that you can latch on to? I mean, there's two, right? They're twins, right? Brian.
Yeah.
Mr. Callan, friend of the pod.
Oh, I love Callan.
Bro, I want to point that. Friend
You're
of the pod?
you're the fighter. He's the kid. I mean,
True. That's actually kind of true. This guy doesn't even do his
the
own
fighter
dishes.
in the kid sizes.
This guy didn't even do his own dishes, dude.
Fighter in the kids menu.
I gotta throw a
Fighter in the kids table.
just shook the table.
What you guys don't know is I'm sitting in a booster seat right now just to get accurate. Short jokes are fun. They're really easy, too. They're really easy.
What's really funny is his feet still dangling.
Get out of here. That's my joke.
Has anyone ever described a roller coaster to you?
yours? Fuck.
One of the funniest jokes we just had this past week. We were doing a live stream for our Risk, and I wore a pair of it was hot. It was
How'd that
hot.
go?
It was fun.
Yeah, a lot of
It was
fun.
fun, but it
I've
was
never
hot
played
in
it.
here. It was fun, but it was hot in here, and
It's hot in here.
yeah, it's a little warm, and we'll get ACs in next week.
Come on.
But yeah, somebody pointed out that I was going through the Battle of the Bulge with my own self because I wore shorts for the first time.
No, people were just trying to make you feel a part of the group.
Yeah,
Lewis,
they're like, what is this? The
Was it
Battle
Blue
of
Chew Risk?
It was a lot of.
I dosed everybody. Everybody.
It was a lot of bulge that day. It's just,
Yeah, that's true. Lewis wore his regular shorts. His regular shorts.
Anyhow.
Yeah, we're
make
on.
you mad?
So
Onward.
fucking no, we had a good time, man.
It was fun.
They completely gave up on their version of Risk, which was hilarious. Like we had two boards going.
I mean,
And
I've never played the game. I don't know.
Oh, dude,
I know
it's
it's
great.
like
I could teach you.
domination, like land and
Yeah, it's
fucking
global
war.
domination, like war.
But is
you
it
collect-
dice? Is it cards? Is
It's
it
all of
dice.
it. All of it's
We were all-
included. Yeah, it's one of the greatest games ever made, dude. Dude, we were in here getting high.
We were getting glazed.
We were like literally like playing, like, let's go, bro. Like we're throwing dice at the wall and shit. You know what
It
I
was good.
mean?
It was
Fucking
good.
collecting our cards, fucking slapping our troops down, bro.
Yep.
It felt like playing spades, dominoes, and Monopoly all at the same goddamn time, while
I ain't got
kicking
time
the
for
hell out of
Monopoly.
motherfucking
It was good. It was fun. We got
Who
fucked
won?
up. Nick.
our buddy Nick. Yeah, dude, the fucking
Short
gamer.
king.
Listen, it's
Who was it? So who was it? How many people?
well, it started off 7 of us, and then
I know you reached
6
out
of
to me.
us.
I'm
One
sorry
of
I
us
couldn't
left.
do it.
No, it's fine. One of
We
us.
had
We had a
7.
couple of people call out. One person lost a family member. Rest in
Fag.
peace.
That's fucking crazy.
Oh, shots fired! Oh!
I should get paid for that.
I'll give you
You're
100.
gonna pay for that.
Yeah.
And we're getting demonetized.
He's not though.
on
He's
YouTube
not
now?
though. Great friend of the pod. Your ear's not working again?
No, I think this side's like loose
dead.
because, like, if I press it, I can hear. Maybe my ears are just that fucked.
I think you just.
I can hear it. Wait, it's like a small spot. Anyhow, we're having fun.
So someone lost a family member.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a couple of people not be able to make it last moment, and then yeah, so I just reached out to some friends, see if they wanted to come over and play. It's a super fun game, takes a long time. It's
Longer
a lot
than
of
Monopoly.
way longer. It's a lot of just hanging around a table, talking shit with each other, kicking each other's ass, trying to manipulate one another to, you know, make decisions so that they don't gang up on you or get everyone.
I pressured
You know
a
what I
girl
mean? It's
recently
a
to
lot
get an
of-
abortion,
Oh
so I know
my-
what that's like. It's funny because it's true.
Yeah.
I do believe she reached out to the two of you
Yeah. One time, yeah.
to besmirch my name. Whatever.
You just pulled a fucking Slim Shady.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna get it out before you, bitch.
And I do live in a trailer with my mom.
My friend Cheddar Bob did shoot himself in the leg with his own gun.
And Clarence's parents have a real nice marriage.
Anyone else get really mad when Wink was fucking Brittany Murphy?
Yeah. I was pissed.
You know what's crazy? Hold on. I actually fucked up a Brittany Murphy.
Jason.
I fucked a Brittany Murphy once. That's all I can think about now. My wife's gonna hate this.
Oh shit!
Does that mean she's? Well, I'm not gonna say. Do it. You know where I was going. That's low hanging. That's all I can grab. I'm short. Low hanging.
Dude.
Get you those Pee Wee Herman freaking tequila shoes.
Oh, there we go.
They can finally shut off the lights before you go to bed.
Aw.
You should
Do you have a nightlight, dude?
No, I don't. I'm not scared of the dark.
Just a bright alarm clock.
I'm not scared of the
I'm surprised you haven't moved anything back yet, dude.
What?
Like your door is still blocked off.
I kind of like that little fucking pad we built.
You like it?
Yeah,
You're just
I do.
fucking laying there naked, aren't you?
Nah, don't. Not on the couch.
Good man.
Not on the couch.
Yeah,
That's-
it's kind of weird. My dog slept on that couch.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is there another room? Do you have a bedroom?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
dude.
I didn't know if you just slept under the
I
desk.
just donated.
We
It
took
just-
over the bedroom for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just lays on the floor.
It's the
You got a
most.
mattress on the floor?
He
No.
actually has a hammock that goes.
No.
Sweet, dude. I wish I had a hammock.
I used to-
Right, bro.
I do.
Little
I do.
I have a hammock too, but it's for trees.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, like,
One of
imagine
those
having one in
parachute
the
material
crib.
ones. Yeah.
Like living in New York City. Like, imagine having like a big fucking wide open like industrial fucking loft, but it's your house. You know what I mean? Like apartment. You could just fucking. Dude, I would have like a whole American Ninja Warrior set up in that motherfucker, bro.
I would have my assistant attack me like Kato in freaking the Pink Panther movies.
Whoa, didn't know you had an assistant. Damn. Why are you on?
He would sneak around corners and
Oh,
he's,
is this?
he's in charge of supplies.
And by assistant, he means slave. Whoa. His sex slave.
Okay. Okay.
Jesus fuck, Eric.
It's doable.
I'm thinking of fucking Mr. Slave from South Park.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Fleshlight. Ah, Jesus.
That's on you. Hold on, guys. Let's
Put it in some fried rice.
That's
dry.
Alcohol evaporates
corrupted.
quickly.
Corrupted.
Yeah, that's how this episode gets corrupted.
Corrupted.
Bro, I'm so sorry. There's paper towels out there.
Oh shit.
I just spilled this. It's fine though. It's not in anything. I
No,
just
Daddy
spilled
wore
it on it.
Daddy wore buttons.
It's
No
just
good.
on.
Allen's for camping? I'm not even
I'll buy you another one, but wipe it off.
I've got two.
He's
I
gonna
could-
put what?
I
He's
could
gonna put
really-
it in his pocket. I can guarantee.
I could really use some paper towels.
Oh man.
What was it? A battery pack?
Yeah.
Oh.
I could really use some paper towels though.
Oh man.
Oh, good call.
I'm a dad.
I've got one of those analog vibrators.
What? We're not just gonna let that sleep. What the fuck did you just say?
An analog vibrator.
Yeah, I'm all about alternative power.
Dude,
Gotta be.
that whiskey does smell smoky.
Oh yeah.
You know Lisa Wentworth? She has a freaking coal-powered vibrator.
A cold power.
Every orgasm is an industrial revolution.
Getting
This
it
would be
started.
fine if this thing wasn't already wet. Thank you.
You guys are
Yes.
awful to him.
No, he loves it. It's kind of weird, but
He just likes it 'cause he feels like he's a
we
part of
feed
something.
into it a little bit.
It's basically your sling blade. Ain't no gas in it.
Pay his ass. I can't do it. I'm busy.
Don't get any biscuits for sale in there.
Done that. He's just a boy.
Says it like the way I talk.
Blades wild.
I reckon I'm gonna kill you.
Where'd you get a hot dog? What the fuck's
I have a backpack full of hot dogs right now.
Dude, it's like freaking. You ever watch that? I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson. He's just in a meeting, like eating hot dogs out of
Are
his fucking
those
sleeve.
raw, dude?
Are we gonna go out for sloppy steaks after this?
Sure, I'll have a hot dog.
a pocket dog?
Pocket wieners.
You got a
Yeah,
pocket
bro,
dog?
give me a pocket dog.
They're cooler bag temperature.
You got He's got him in buns already.
Yo, get the fuck out of here.
And a ketchup packet. Yo, no fucking way.
You look like you wedding crashed a family reunion.
On a fucking bro. I got fucking hot dogs.
I'm almost out of money.
It's fucking freegans.
Bro, hot dogs.
I'm all set. Thank you.
Hot dogs on a Tuesday, dude. On the fucking pod, dude. Hell
They're
yeah, dude.
cold. They're cold. Cooler bag
Dude,
tastes good.
come back to my place. I'll give you a hot meal.
I will take that.
He's literally. Pocket hot dogs are wild. It was a backpack hot dog for sure. What temperature is that?
I've tossed peanuts at squirrels that deserve it less than you do.
52.
That's cold. That's a cold dog.
It's pretty cold.
It's a cold dog.
That's in the OSHA danger zone for safe food handling. Between 40 and 140 degrees.
They can suck my dick.
Well, if your dick is up more than 140 degrees, I'll have less chance of getting a foodborne illness than
Come on, that's thick now. Thanks.
Damien with his freaking wiener in his mouth.
It's the first time anyone ever seen me eat a glizzy. I'll tell you that.
on the pod. I've seen you smoke some cumbies.
You got those shadow glizzies.
Let's cheers wieners.
Oh, they touch tips. They touch tips. Oh, they just docked their dinner.
I knew
They
that.
just docked their dinner.
It's great.
Docking dinners. Docking dinners, dude.
That's the name of the episode.
Docking dinners.
Did that talk?
Like across America, there's like 4 people that live under bridges that aren't eating as well as you are tonight.
Out of a backpack.
Every time.
You clean water drinking motherfucker. How dare you? How dare you?
Bro, that's the only way to feel big, eating hot dogs out of a backpack. There's some poor motherfuckers right now not eating shit.
Like I kind of am.
Hell yeah, my motherfucking
Like I
hot
kind
dog.
of am. I kind of am hungry right now, but I can wait till I get home in an hour.
There's fruit roll-ups right next to you.
Those are condoms. Don't use them.
Those are flavored condoms.
I used to
Essentially.
get those peanut butter flavored condoms, and they always stuck to the roof of my girlfriend's mouth. She just looked like a Doberman.
Yeah.
I fucking love Dobermans. They're cool dogs.
Fuck.
I had a Doberman tickler growing
Marvy,
up.
I need to save you.
Stop it right now.
What? My Doberman tickler? It's a lesser known breed related to the Doberman Pinscher.
Marby.
I'm out. I'm out.
Oh man, this has been an incredible fucking podcast, bro. Where can everybody find you at, man?
Jason Marby stand-up comic on Facebook, Jason Marby comedy on Instagram. Again, I am hosting. I'm the roast master for the Buddha Joe roast. This is the second one we've done. In case you didn't get enough of it the first time 3 years ago, and that's going to be happening on May 16th. Buddha Joe comedy for tickets. I just found out that I'm going to be a judge on a roast battle league coming up soon.
Ooh.
So that's going to be pretty cool.
Down Hartford?
No, it's going to be in Westfield. So
Let's
that's
do
pretty cool. I am currently not booked for anything else, and I'm fucking hilarious. I got a half hour of comedy, so if anyone wants to book me,
Book his ass. Book him.
again, there's Jason Marby stand-up comic on Facebook and Jason Marby comedy on Instagram. Also, The Great White Hope on X. I'm just kidding. I'm not on X.
That was awesome. Don't give him my money. What the fuck? Are you
I'm out.
out of money?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He did it again. He did it again.
Holy shit.
He did it again.
Marby, man, I just want to say, when we talk about the amount of talent stacked in this area, you are one of the very bright lights that come up in mind for each and every one of us in this room.
I wish you'd tell some bookers.
Dude, fuck those bookers. We're going to make it happen. You know what I mean?
I'm Donald Trump. and
Those
I-
bookers, exactly.
He loves that every time.
Dude,
He gets scared
fucking
and happy.
thank you so much for blessing us again with your time. And
I love you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
fuck
One of
yeah,
our
dude.
biggest supporters.
We're going to
And
do it again.
you definitely came up or helped us come up with the name Move the Mic, because that was our biggest flaw. You pointed it out almost fucking immediately. Move that mic stand out of your face, you dumb
Yeah,
shits.
to anyone who subscribes to this podcast or likes it, just understand that the name of the podcast is All My Doing.
Why the fuck you lying?
Fuck you, Button.
Yes! We need that clipped. Fuck you, Buttons. Hell yeah. All right, let's wrap it up. Thank you very much again, brother. This is Move the Mic Podcast.
Hey, guys.
This is Move the Mic Podcast, presented by Unconventional Studios, with your hosts, Billy and T, Eric, William, out of here, the right subscribe. It's awesome. It's all fucking studios on Instagram. Sorry, Mike. See you in the next episode.
Fucking count it up!
Get used to this.